Good morning, everybody. That's for you. Is it still there? Good morning. How's everybody? All right, we have a special in studio guest today, so things are a little chaotic. Can you hear me well? Everything is good? Very glitchy. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with this today, but I have found it to be, I don't like to start my show this way because it's very glitchy. Unboxing. Um, since I slummed it last week with a hoodie, I thought I would get a little glam for you all today. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. We have an in-studio guest today. Nothing crazy. But we do have a little in-studio guest. So I get a little stressed out because things are just not working the way that they normally do. I came into the studio, the air conditioning wasn't on, so now we're like coming from a deficit, a heat deficit, or a cold deficit, however it is. I feel like I you're gonna see rage, Jessica, in a way that you have never seen before. Just so we're clear. I don't know what's gonna run on it. Erin gonna try to talk me off of a ledge.
Guys, you're gonna have to help me do this because this happens once in a while. So we're just, yes. Don't encourage the ragey Jess. Yes, she's plugged directly into the router, sir. But it's a older, not older computer. It's newish, but it's not. I think it's working very hard. So we're gonna try something. So hi, good morning. Bye.
I have a real problem. My password for what? My hotspot? 912 MAPLE.
Which one is the hotspot?
I don't know. This.
Hold on.
Everybody's saying it sounds and looks good now. So Erin's going to get another one for Becca. Can we start over? Can we start over? Watch. I'm going to shut myself off. No. Do you guys know I have a party trick? And if you've ever seen the movie Casino, there's a part. Oh, Cartman, we can't do Cartman. I have two. I have two bar tricks, two party tricks. The first bar trick is I can do a mean Cartman impression. I'm not doing it because it's Saturday and I had a beverage, so it's that. The second thing I can do is I can recite a scene from my favorite movie Casino. You know, who just said still want to see Rage, Jess? Whose side are you on? You don't want to see that. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. I got to say good morning to Dave. Steve Bluto. I'm reading Dave. Steve is my my comfort follower. So I used to see him all the time say good morning to me during the Karen Reed trial. And there's a lot going on over here. Anyway, here, stream and login code. Here you go. 45 64 35. Nobody else used that. So my favorite movie is Casino, and there's a part in it, and it goes live from the Tangiers Hotel and Casino. It's the new sports book show, Aces High, with your host Sam Rothstein and the Sam Rothstein Dancers. That's how I'm going to start every show, just so you know. Sam Rothstein is the premier sports gambler. Okay, so let's start this over again. I'm very discombobulated. I can sing the intro song to Green Acres, not well. Thank you, Kim. I mean, we're starting over. So good morning. Thanks for joining me at the Jess Machado Show. It's Saturday. It is already September. We have a couple of housekeeping things and stuff we need to talk about. What is Mrs. Machado entered the studio? Just popped up on the screen. So next week we're in a little bit of Erin got another computer going. We've got 3. Awesome. We'll leave this one in case if this one doesn't work, then we have one we can jump onto. Can you just come back here because I don't like it when you're not with me. So we have a little housekeeping. First of all, share this. That's the first thing. Second of all, if you're not, is it subscribing? Subscribe or follow. I think that's what you've got to do. Next, this week coming up is a crazy, crazy week. But on Friday, we have the Wilbur event for Aiden and Auntie Deb, and that's Friday. On Saturday, we would normally do a show, but my daughter is engaged and she has planned one of these like say yes to the dress events. And so I have to go and look for wedding dresses next Saturday. So 2 things are going to happen. Number 1, if Aiden doesn't do a show on Saturday night, and I will send out a bat signal and ask. I know he usually does Saturday nights, but because he has the Wilbur Friday, maybe he won't do it. I think he might. I will go live on Saturday night. So we will do dress shopping during the day, and then we will come on here and we'll do like a Saturday night Jess Machado show. In the event, Bunny After Dark or whatever. I don't want to miss a week. The other option is we can do like Wednesday or Thursday of this week and just do a regular show at night at some point. But I'll leave it up to the besties to decide, and I will figure that out. But next Saturday in the morning, there will not be a show because I will be at some dress place in Rhode Island. And then we leave there, and then we have to go have lunch, and then we have to go to Alexandria's in Fall River, and we're hoping that we can get a dress all right out of right on day 1. I'm hoping that's the case. Somebody was got questions about whatever. I have absolutely no idea. Don't know. So there are a bunch of ways. So I have subscribers on X. We set up a subscription thing a long time ago and I never announced it, and they kind of like trickle in. You can subscribe on X. I think it's like $1.99 or something like that. I don't like talking the money piece, but you can subscribe on X. That gets you special things, but I don't do special things. I don't like gatekeeping stuff. Besties all get everything. Everybody gets everything. So that's kind of a weird thing. On here, we do have memberships. Like there's Bunny Ears and Bunny and like whatever that's there. Bunny Tails, Bunny Ears and Bunny Tails. Yeah, so that's there too. So anyway, I don't know. I'll leave that. Erin had just popped up. Those are all of the places that you can find the Jess Machado Show. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on Substack. We are on YouTube. We are on X. We are on Facebook. And then we also have an email address. I will say this one more time. Please do not show up at either my home, my studio, or one of my advertisers, like brick and mortar businesses. Use my email to send me whatever you'd like. We don't need that kind of interaction, I guess is the best way to say it. All right. I feel like we're a little bit more comfortable now. We have a backup. So thank you to my PayPal and Venmo things are over there. Thank you. Okay. So, let's get a couple things clear the air, and then we're going to get right into show and tell, and then we're going to do our special guest. Yeah, look at Erin and I learning all the things. Sure. Sure. It is an evolution, and every time we are here, I take a photo. Like when we're leaving, I turn around and I look in the studio and I look backwards. Look at our queen is here. Miss Maxwell, good morning. Free Turtle Boy. I'll say this too. Tomorrow, the Glare is doing like an all-day 12-hour telethon, and he has asked if I join at some point to raise money for Aiden's defense fund. I will jump on. I don't know when, at what point, but I will do my Cartman impression for you all, and hopefully that'll raise a ton of money for Aiden. How about that? But yeah, we've come a long way. Our little itty bitty studio. We're getting there. We have like 2 accounts that are paying like in full, I think, and that's going to upgrade the laptop situation. Yeah, that's going to be, yeah, that'll be the laptop situation. And so I'm excited. Yeah, so I'll jump on Will's show tomorrow. I try to, this is an issue that I've been having where I don't have a lot of time to watch other creators on YouTube, and I need to because I like to be able to learn. Full transparency, like I said before, I didn't really watch these shows that I was on. I would go on and do my thing and then leave. Like, peace out, thank you, and I move on. I very rarely even went back and watched my own, let alone when I'm not on. And I think that's because I spend so much time on my phone as it is. I am constantly on my phone. It's a real problem. Do not do what I did yesterday, which is take out your phone and look at your app usage and see how long you're on X or how long you're on Instagram. It is depressing. And so I've got to work on that and get off my phone. Maybe put a timetable on when people can send me leads and stories and things, but it's a lot. First time tuning in, I heard about you through Turtlebite. Olga, good morning. Thank you. All right, so let's clear the air a little bit. Last week we had Will opens the phones. I tried to call Will's show one time and I didn't get through. We aspire to have a phone line like that. Can you imagine if like haters could call into the show or besties could call in? The call, yeah. Do you remember the unboxing last week? Look. What are we wearing Friday? Well, this was one of the shirts. I ordered a bunch of shirts from Amazon, just a bunch of trash shirts, like $9 just to test. This was one. I don't know if I love it, so I wore it today just to test to see how it does. Also, I have this one too from another bestie. We have 2 caffeinated beverages today. Yeah, this is cute. So speaking of that, we are starting, we already did it. We're just not linking it yet. We have an Amazon storefront. Erin's very excited about that. Anything I buy, wear, or love, I'm going to add it to my Amazon storefront, and then you'll be able to follow it, and then it'll just be there, and then you can just click on it if you like it. This is sheer everywhere except cross here. You can see your bra straps. This one has a turtleneck. I bought one without a turn. I just, maybe I shouldn't be saying how much I spent, but anyway, we're going to twin. If you buy this, it came in 2 days. We can all dress and wear the same thing. Erin also did special shopping. We're making a day of it. We don't know what time we're getting there, but I think it's like besties night out. We have no idea. Erin's probably going to rent. Erin's probably going to rent a Lambo for us to drive up there. Oh, she prefers a driver. We have show. So let's clear the air about last week's show really quickly. Then we're going to jump into show and tell. Then we're going to do a special guest. First thing that we need to do is we need to test the microphone and see if there's any feedback. So Erin's going to jump on, and we're going to see if you guys can hear. Who's the person? AB,
where you at?
The chat. He's AB is whoever it is. Very critical. Whoever you are. So are we hearing any reverberating or echoing with Erin right now? Somebody let me know. Good morning, Amba.
Hey, friends. So do we have an echo? Test. 1, 2, 3. Morning. Hello. Do you have to talk at the same time? What can we talk about?
No echo.
You're saying no echo at all?
Olga,
Oh, good.
Nicola says we're good. That's my benchmark. We're good.
No echo, no echo, no, sounds good.
Let's
good,
go. Look at it.
High five. Yay. Okay, great.
All right. So we're going to talk about last week really quickly, and then we're going to move on to show and tell. So last week, 10 minutes before I jumped on, I got a email and then a text message directly to my phone with a cease and desist from Kathy Carr's attorney. I don't know who that attorney is. It's some bigwig attorney, I guess. And the email was basically telling me to be quiet. I'll pull it up. I had it pinned on my profile as a reminder of the trauma. So I'm going to be very honest. There's two things that happen. Oh, it's my cover photo on X. That's right. There's two things that happened. The first is I got instantly scared and nervous. For someone who has been traumatized through the court system and falsely accused and charged with crimes, and then, the charges dropped, and I have trauma associated with the courts. I really, really do. And, unless you've been there, Canton 9 and Aiden and others, I don't know if it makes sense to you. Some of you exist in a space where you're never worried about a subpoena showing up at your door. I am not one of those people. I live in a space and time where if a car that I don't recognize pulls up in front of my house, chances are I'm getting served or something is coming in the mail. And so I live in a space where there is a little bit of anxiety, and it does stress me out. So when I first got this email, it said, "I'm counsel for Kathy Carr. It has come to my attention that you'll be discussing her on your upcoming podcast today. This is to remind and advise you. She is a private citizen, and any false and defamatory statements by you about her will not be tolerated. Please consider this a formal cease and desist notice." So full transparency, I was sweating and very nervous, very scared, little shaky, called Naren, crying. And then by the time the show started going, you got the other side of me where I was really, really mad. I'm really mad. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? First of all, I have absolutely every right to talk. Your husband makes a living and makes all his money talking about other people in a not nice way. Like, it's literally how you buy all your shit. So that clicked in my mind at some point between the time we started the show and then when I started to talk about it. And then I started to get really, really angry about it. Like, the irony is not lost on me here. I have a whole new outlook on Howie Carr, and it's not good. Don't blame Howie. Well, I mean, blame Howie because he allows it, but it's not him, it's her. And the fact that somebody made a decision, like a game time decision, to write it up, send it over to her, shut her up, scare her, make her feel like she can't say what she wants. Let's try to stop this with some sort of legal avenue. Doesn't go over well with me. And so where I stand a week later is, first of all, thank you to all of the attorneys that did message me and all of the attorneys that did, give me some advice, and those that listened. And absolutely nothing that I said was defamatory or slanderous, because I understand the law and I understand what is defamatory and what is slanderous. And I didn't partake in that type of conversation. I talked about my own personal experience working for Kathy Carr. I did not sign an NDA. So therefore, I can say whatever I want about that. I'm not going to give too much time about this, but I will say this won't be the last time I talk about it. So you can keep your attorney on retainer. You can do whatever you want. By the way, he never called me. I called him on the air, and he never called me. I am just going to say, I don't appreciate being intimidated. I don't appreciate people trying to scare me. And I also don't appreciate people who have made a living off of the First Amendment trying to squash my First Amendment. And so what ultimately ended up happening, which I love, is the Streisand effect. And if you don't know anything about that, Barbara Streisand had some issue with people taking pictures of her house in the sky, free to be able to do that. And anyway, it ended up putting her house all over the news because she talked about it or tried to stop it. And did that post with the email from Kathy Carr's attorney get 350,000 views? Yeah. If you hadn't said anything, yeah, and everybody shared it and nobody would have been talking about it. And now you have to do damage control because you look ridiculous. That's all I'm going to say about that. Want to do show and tell, besties? Let's do show and tell. We're going to do unboxing at the end of the show as usual. So we've already started to feel out our show and we've got our segments. We start with show and tell. We end with unboxing. There are 2 boxes that are actually coming delivered today. I can see them. They're getting delivered. They didn't make it in time. So we have 2 boxes for unboxing. A lot to live up to after last week's unboxing. But we have show and tell. So let's start with show and tell. While I get my items, Erin has show and tell items. And so she's going to have to bring them. She's ready. She's ready. Good morning, everybody. Did you bring secret show and tell items and you're not telling me? Do you want to go first? Erin's going to go first.
So you gotta bear with me for a second. You're not ready for this. And I don't know that anybody's ready for this because your voice is involved in this one too. Can we see this? I don't know how to do this. So I was in my kitchen getting ready to leave, and that says Souzapalooza. I'm not sure if we can see what that is. That is a annual party some friends of ours have, and I do have a video to play that goes with the show and tell. Is that okay? Like a 2-part show and tell. Let me see if I can get to it.
You have a video. Oh my God! I know what you're saying.
So while I find that, gonna just
So
show
great.
you real quick. You know how I brought all those books last week. I made a reminder to grab. I don't know what you guys use for bookmarks, but I always have like plane tickets, dollar bills, grocery store receipts, like kind of whatever I have at the moment is what I end up using for bookmarks. And I remembered that I had some things in those books, so I set a reminder to grab it this morning. So I just grabbed it. And Jessica thought this one was funny. You know how we talked about when we go out? Is this backwards?
It's good.
So this is Kimberly, Mercedes, I can't see.
Olivia.
Olivia and Minxie, and our driver Julio. I don't know if you want to explain on that for a minute.
When me and my girlfriends go out, we require a driver so that we can party with no restrictions. Sometimes it's a husband, sometimes it is Julio, our driver, and that is my bestie, Jay Pimenta. I've known him a very long time, and I don't know why, but this man willingly offers to drive us wherever we want to go. And he like supervises, and he's a bodyguard, and we trust him, and he takes care of us, and he just drives us around. And so we come up with nicknames. And on this particular night, we wrote them on a bar napkin. I'm Kimberly. Which one are you? Minxie.
How dare you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. And so we wrote that down, and Erin is also a hoarder, and she kept it.
Okay, so
that's what I got on that.
Seconds. Right.
Hold on, we're getting a video. I'm actually very excited about this.
Don't laugh.
It's great. It's really great. Well, Souzapalooza, this is a shout out to, by the way, this is Murphy the cat's mom.
Murphy's mom.
So those of you who are fully invested in the Murphy saga of the cat that got stolen by the Amazon driver, this is Murphy's mom, Kathy, and she every year does a party called Souzapalooza. By the way, I wasn't always invited to this. We weren't that quite close when she started this tradition. But once we became partners in public records requests, partners in crime, Kathy is the one I meet in parking lots. We don't do anything on our phones. Everything we do, we do it in parking lots. Anyway, it's Murphy's mom. She has a Souzapalooza. It's a really big thing. Actually, one Souzapalooza, they set up the night before, and they have like a stage, and it is literally the biggest rager ever for middle-aged people. And well, no, because there's younger kids too, because their kids are whatever. Anyway, we showed up one year the night before, and we buried a whole bottle of Crown Royal in the yard. Oh. in case they ran out of Crown Royal. And then we dug it up and we drank that bottle too. They ran out. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
All right.
We ready?
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
see
we're
if we can
ready.
do this.
So
I'm gonna mute. Can you put your volume on so we can hear it and laugh too?
we'll put my volume on.
We done? Can I get out of this poor guy's way? I think we're good. Sorry.
She's going over. The moms are here. What is something?
So what you just witnessed is we got invited to Souzapalooza, and I came up with this great idea that we were going to set up a whole living room on Kathy's front lawn. And so we had our cars packed, everybody was ready to go. We pull up in front of the house and we legit set up a whole living room. We brought a rug, we bought chairs, we bought coffee tables, end tables, plants, lamps, photos. We set up a whole living room on Kathy's front lawn of Souzapalooza in about 2-3 minutes. And it ended up being like our home base for the whole party. I got wrecked during that one. Erin will find some photos. Great show and tell item. Great show and tell item. Great. Do you have any other show and tell items? That's it. Great show and tell, Erin. Okay, so I have 3 items for show and tell. Let's do the first one. I don't spend money on things. I'm not like a materialistic girl, hence my $9 shirt from Amazon. But there is one thing I do spend money on, and it's my perfume. I have 2 scents. We're getting into fall and winter, and so this is my fall winter scent. I have worn this probably for 25 years. It is like my signature scent. It's Hypnotic Poison. I never go without it. I don't know. This is my signature scent. I have a signature spring and summer scent. It's Calyx by Prescriptives, which kind of smells like grass, but I bought it when I was going on spring break to the Bahamas. And so it just reminds me of that. And so that's my spring summer scent, but this is my fall winter scent, Hypnotic Poison. I thought I would bring it in. Okay. Here is my second show and tell. I love the Kentucky Derby. Somebody says I have a crush on Erin, just so you know, in the chat. I love the Kentucky Derby. I love horse racing. I understand the implications on horses and things like that. I'm not going to get into that. You can't come for the Kentucky Derby. You can't come for horse racing. I love the Kentucky Derby. I love horse racing in general, and the trifecta and being able to watch a Triple Crown. We've witnessed it. I've watched it twice, like in real time happen. It's one of the most exhilarating things I've ever experienced. But anyway, I occasionally have either been known to attend Kentucky Derby parties, or my husband and I have gone to Newport for the Kentucky Derby and whatever. I have a Trump. So I've been to a couple of Kentucky Derby parties where there have been hat contests. I'll bring up pictures eventually, but this was a hat that I bought for one year where I had a dress that had all roses. And so I'm a big Kentucky Derby horse racing girl. So I thought I would bring one of my favorite hats. I can't do the whole show in this. Thank you. I have a couple of these. I have a fascinator too. If you follow the royal family, whenever they have a big thing, there's hats and then there's fascinators, and those are the things that just go on the front. I have 2 fascinators as well, but those require like attaching. And yes, I think one of our besties, she loves hats, and she's also a horse racing girly. So there's that. Okay. Last item for my show and tell. These are critical, and people need to, we'll leave this on for show and tell. Okay. I understand that for people who have not seen the show, and this is only our 6th week, I understand that there are some people who think that I have no political opinion, and I 100% understand. Erin's taking photos of me. I 100% understand that there are people who report on things or investigative journalists, and they have absolutely no, like, you don't know anything about them. You don't know anything about their life. You don't know anything about their politics. You don't know how they feel about things. That's okay. I understand that there are people like that. I am not one of those people. So when people start to say, you can't do this, or oh, I don't like your politics, or whatever, like, I think you have to adapt and understand that there are people behind the work that we're doing, and we have lives, and it impacts the stories I choose to write about. It impacts, I'm coming back from a space where no media or news outlet was talking about the things that were happening, that I knew were happening, but they were just never making it to my phone. They were never making it to the laptop or to the mainstream media. And so I was born from a space where nobody was telling the whole story. My political affiliation with the Mass GOP and being a Republican, I can't change that. If it's not for you, I understand. Maybe you want to stay and stick around and watch and listen and learn, sharpen up your arguments. So when you go head to head with a Republican at the bar, then you've got something like you've practiced before. I don't know what to tell you, but like, we're going to talk in the show, and I didn't put out an agenda, so to speak, because I wanted it to be a little fluid. We're going to talk about COVID at the end of the show. We're going to talk about vaccinations. It's in the news this week because RFK has been making a case for childhood vaccinations and COVID vax, and it's been my life for 5 years, and I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you're pro COVID vaccine and you believe everything that happened with COVID is legit and above board, like, this isn't the podcast for you. My work isn't for you. I'm totally okay with saying that. But for people who are like trying to say like they don't understand or they don't know or whatever, like, we're going to, first of all, your girl has been doing this for a long, long time. So here's one of my lanyards. So first of all, here's my Trump 2016 pin that I bought, like, in 2016 when nobody supported Trump. There's my Trump 2020 pin. There's another one. This is when I was a volunteer for the Trump Pence campaign. This is when I had expedited entry into a Trump event in New Hampshire. This is when I was at the Baker. Let's see if you can see that. It doesn't work. It's hard to see. I can't. Anyway, this is the Lone Walk ceremony at the State House when Governor Charlie Baker was no longer going to be our governor. Here's a little Mass GOP name tag thing. Like, I've been doing this for a long time. And so I just feel like this is your one chance to get it. Like, it's how I live my life, and it's the thread woven through everything that I do. So I don't know what else to say, but I thought the show and tell would be a good idea to bring some trinkets, bring my hat, bring my perfume, show and share a little bit more about me and who I am and what I do. And that should be okay. We are at some point, probably after my first guest, we're going to talk about some people who, and I want to thank the people who actually found it and then sent it to me, because nobody's watching these people on their show. But there are these 2 podcasters that had a show on this day last Saturday, and they're calling me racist and homophobic. And it just goes to show you that the left has absolutely no tolerance. They aren't truthful, and we're going to put them on blast later on the show, set the record straight. We're going to give them some charity views today. Erin was like, I don't like the idea of you doing it. Yeah. I just saw somebody said, be careful talking about COVID and vaccines. YouTube doesn't like it. Can I take the hat off? We can't do the whole show. All right. Can we do our advertisers? Because they are very important. By the way, we're coming to you live from the Mallard Studios in downtown Fall River. And our friends at Mallard Printing are amazing. There's just so many things that Mallard Printing does, just so you know. If you're running for office, they can handle you with your signs and all of those things. But they are so entrenched in the community around them, and they do printing for any and everything. If you need background banners, if you need flyers, if you need invitations, like just imagine it, and they will do it, and it's done so well. I don't even know how to say it, and it's like, I don't know, they're just great, and that is not a false statement in any way. My advertisers and who support me have to be people that I support as well, and Jeff and the people at Mallard are amazing. Hat off, bunny ears on. We'll do bunny ears for the unboxing. Hat's coming off. So here are my sponsors. Christopher's. What does this say? Prestige isn't up there. Yeah, Prestige isn't up there because Jeff Leary was drinking when he made a commitment to advertise, and then he woke up and went to his people, and they were like, we're not buying advertising. And so Jeff Leary is not on here. So I should have known better that we don't listen to Jeff Leary anytime after 6:30 p.m. during the week, because scotch. And so he's no longer an advertiser. Look at our boy Christopher from Christopher's. Christopher dropped out of the race this week. This son of a bitch dropped out of the race for mayor. And in a shocking plot twist, he's still on the ballot. He's still going to be there. People are going to vote for him. I don't like to be too niche, and we don't want to talk Fall River politics too much. But I also got a tremendous sigh of relief when Christopher texted me and he was like, I'm dropping out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This guy brings us snacks, tells us, oh, go outside your door, you've got sweet treats, and he's on his way to a podcast to go in and record an episode where he says I'm bouncing. It's one for the record books. I'm actually relieved, and I think he's probably relieved too. And so thank you to Christopher's for being a sponsor of my show. Amy at Silva Funeral Home, funeral lady on TikTok. She's getting some views. She's doing the videos. She's doing a knitting circle thing coming up. It's not related, but maybe she'll drop it in the comments when she's watching. She might be watching right now, but she's doing knitting thing this week. It's unrelated to her job, but if you're in, oh yeah. Erin said in the Souzapalooza videos or pictures, there's a picture of Amy knitting. She was knitting in the living room. So that's Amy from Silva Funeral Home. Our friends over at After Hours Collision and Repair, they are a woman-owned business. If you need any work, go and see them at After Hours. Stacy Face, our bestie, who is going to take us away from here. If you're looking to book any vacation, can you please go and see Stacy Face Travel? She's amazing. Patrick Higgins and Associates, man, this is one of those things where it's just do I sell my soul for the dollar here? You burned me, Higgins. You burned me once. I can't forget it. I keep it in a little place in my heart. I can't trust you, but I will take your sponsorship every week. If you are looking to do, I don't even really know what his business is, but if you want to put in a public records request that exceeds your small town or something I can't help you on, reach out to Patrick Higgins. He can help you with that. Oh, Amy, I'll be at the cafe called Identity Coffee in Taunton Monday from 3:30 to 5:30. I was totally knitting at Souzapalooza. Can we add her? That's so funny. So there's Amy, and she's not only a sponsor of the show, but she sponsors my Substack, which has just been there from the start, right from the beginning, and basically saying, I support your journalism and your work. So thank you, Amy. Nicole Sliney, who is our queen. I was this close to calling Nicole this week because there's drama surrounding the house that my daughter is buying. And it's just, as you know, it's a roller coaster normally, but I think in this climate with housing and the way that it is, there's just so much drama, and I was this close to calling Nicole, but I got to stay out of it. Like, my kids have to adult. And so anyway, can Erin wear something sexier next time, says Joe the Lion. The answer is no. Wait, hold on, I'm not done. Oh, go ahead. Wait, is it about the advertising? And then we have Mike Keneally and Brian Shortsleeve. I want to let you guys know I'm working on hosting a debate for Mike and Brian. I think I've been challenged to do this. I'd like to do it in Bristol County. And I think getting these two guys in front of constituents and people who are interested in hearing what they have to say is an obligation, and I'm taking it seriously. I have been working on it behind the scenes and trying to figure this out. As soon as I know if we can do it, you will be the first to know. But Mike and Brian, they're in full-blown campaign mode. Both of these guys want to take out Maura Healey. Aaron Packard, funny story about Aaron Packard. He is the other declared candidate. Somebody released his campaign finance, and it was $100, and he spent it at the Packy. I'm not kidding you. He spent it at like a package store, gas and booze, and he has no money left in his account. So bless his heart. He's a true patriot. He cannot be our next governor. If you vote for Aaron Packard in the primary, I'm blocking you. Don't do that. It is a waste of a vote. All right. And then we have Powerhouse Remodeling. Those guys, they're getting ready to hightail it out of here and move to Florida, where the living is far more grand. And Attorney Rena Brown, the queen herself. Don't worry, Rena. I understand that I said I wanted to have you on my show, and then you went on Fall River Reporter. It's fine. I won't hold it against you. You were great. But anyway. Thank you to all of my advertisers. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all of the besties. What did you have, Erin?
So this person is asking a million times. This one.
Erin, I got to know about your hoodie.
I can't really tell you. You have to know. How do you not know?
Taylor Swift.
How do you not know?
It's Taylor Swift.
Oh, Mark. Okay. It's Taylor Swift. Sorry. So we can't buy it.
Erin's good for a good hoodie and good hair every week, every time.
The hoodie can help.
Exile. You got it.
Okay. That's all.
All right. So we got our show and tell out of the way. We got our advertisers out of the way. Do we have any chats that we want to read while we're waiting? Because my guest literally just got up, knew the schedule, knew after show and tell, after this, you're next, got up and walked away. What do we have for, I thought I saw a super chat and I want to read that. And it is Meatball Morrissey, Sketty State. I dressed my Doobie as Doobie Trump in 20. Oh, what's Dobbin? Oh, you should all know this week for fun.
I can only do so much, friends. We already win. Oh, are you going to talk about the movie thread?
You can.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But she doesn't watch anything, so we got to.
I don't watch movies.
But this is Dobby. He's from Harry Potter.
Okay, got it. As Trump when they canceled Halloween. So we have one shower upstairs, and my kids and everybody, we all take turns. Just so happened the other night I was sitting and I was waiting for my turn to take a shower. So I was lying on my bed, and this is a thing that happens all the time. My husband will ask me a question or he'll say oh, in that movie. And I'll be like, I've never seen that. And everybody is so off the rails. Oh, I haven't seen it. So I put up a post on X and I was like, name a movie. And chances are I haven't seen it. And people were throwing movies in the chat. And I was like, nope. And then I asked Grok, give me the percentage. And it was
this is rude, by the way.
30% of the people. What does that say? What did that say? Do not come for Erin in the chat. Don't come for Taylor either. We have an engagement. What's going on? We haven't talked about, because that's a Bunny After Dark show. We can't expect you all to be into it. And anyway, so one guy was in the comments like, oh, you're doing this for clicks and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, sir, literally, this is my life where I'm like, I have not seen that. Somebody put like The Hunt for Red October in there. No, have not seen it. I bet you have seen Fantasia. No, we don't want to play this game. I have not seen the movies. I think I said, name a movie you think everybody has seen, and I will tell you whether or not I've seen it or not. And there were a lot of people. What's Voldemort from? What is this? I've never seen the Harry Potter movies. Never seen Harry Potter. Never seen it. Somebody just said, I'll throw hands if you come for bestie. I haven't seen it. I don't know. I actually watch the same movies over and over and over again. That is more comforting for me. I'm sorry, what? Bridget Jones. Yes, I have seen Bridget Jones. All of them. Yes, Bridget Jones. Yes, you asked Titanic. Yes, I have seen that. What's Apocalypse Now? I just saw Jaws this year. Just this year for the first time. I just never saw it. I know people give me shit on that because that's like a quintessential New England thing, I guess. I don't know. What's 12 Angry Men? Is that a movie? No, have not seen that. Have seen Pulp Fiction. And I think like it puts me at a disadvantage, to be honest with you, because like it's all like culture, pop culture and things. And I don't know. Somebody was in here. I've seen Goodfellas. I've seen Rocky. I've seen Dirty Dancing. Yes. Check. But somebody did put like 5 or 6 movies in one statement. I was like, no. Like none of them. Love Actually. Yes.
We're going to work on this. Erin Brockovich.
I haven't seen Erin
We're going to work on
Brockovich.
that one too, because that's a must see, especially for you. Okay, bye.
Haven't seen that. Lethal Weapon? No. And I know there's a bunch of those. No. But Thomas Crown Affair I've seen. I see all the real girly movies, like the real girly rom-coms. And I did a whole segment one time when I was at WBSM and did my radio show about how they don't make rom-coms anymore. And I hate the movie industry overall because they're all left-leaning crazy libs. But like bring back like movies that feel good. Why does every movie have to be so fast and hard? Why can't they be like funny and soft and fun? And there's no good rom-coms anymore. Like 16 Dresses. Yeah, that's a great movie. I've seen that. Like why can't all of them be fun? 50 First Dates. I have not seen that movie in its totality, but I can tell you on any given time, that movie is playing in my house. Like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Yes, 100%. That's what I'm talking about. Pretty Woman, Dirty Dancing. Yes, thank you for the besties that get it. I don't know about you, but like there's a bunch of movies what? I've never seen the original Top Gun from start to finish. Oh, what's that? You should check out 12 Angry Men. It's about deliberations in the jury room. That sounds like so. But then what would I would have to carve out time if I have free time and I'm not doing anything and I'm home and I'm not doing anything. I'm like painting or I'm doing crafty stuff or like, you know what I mean? Like, I know. 40-Year-Old Virgin. Yes, I've seen that. Knocked Up. I've seen that. Devil Wears Prada. That's a recent watch. Yes. When Harry Met Sally, I don't think I've seen that. Sweet Home Alabama. Anastasia just gets it. Just yes, all of those rom-com movies, I'm totally into those. But I was just gonna say, like, all of the Marvel movies, those all look the same to me. Every single movie looks the same. The promos look the same. It's got lots of like fire and things, and everything looks the same. Oh, the Fast and the Furious movies. I don't know how many there are. I don't know those people. I don't know the characters. I don't know their names. I just know one guy died in real life. I don't know. Is The Rock in that? Vin Diesel. Officer and a Gentleman. Yes, thank you. That involves love and feeling good and whores. So yes, I've seen that one. Pretty Woman, Officer and a Gentleman. Yes. All right. Okay. Do we want to, we're going to do our guest. Okay. So you guys, you're off the camera. You guys are going to swap. Erin's going to be here. We're going to Kevin Costner. I just saw parts of Dances with Wolves. I don't think I've seen it. Like, I don't know how these movies start. You know what I mean? Greetings from Sweet Home, Alabama, Patrick Higgins. Yes, good morning. By the way, somebody in the comment section on these videos has said, like, get on with it, and this show takes too long. What do you do for your show? What does your show look like? And these are my besties, and this is what we're doing, and this is it. Jerry Maguire, yes, again, feel good movie. Melissa, need merch that says let's take it to the besties or similar. Erin and I have a volatile relationship with Shopify. Volatile. Alex Cooper, if you are listening, I know that you lied to us. You said this was a friendly thing. We have so many ideas in our head for merch, and we can't get it. By the way, on my Amazon storefront, you will see I ordered a shirt that said cease and desist on it, which I was going to wear today. I got it. I don't love it. We can do better is what I'm saying. But I do have a shirt that says cease and desist because I'm going to make that my whole personality. Okay, so we're working on the merch. We're working on Spotify. We're working on it. Can you just shush it? Sit down. Sit. This segment may cause me way more anxiety than it's worth, to be quite honest with you. At this point, it's possible you have figured it out. Put the microphone a little close. I can do that part. Tell me when he's ready. Can you take those sunglasses off? Yes, it's fine. You're going to find out in a second. Erin just blessed him. All right, besties, we're going to Erin's going to add my guest. You don't have to hit unmute yet. Did you unmute him? He's ready to go. I didn't unmute anything. So there's no mute. Your people will be able to hear you. Just don't touch anything. Yeah, you're going to look here. Great. Hi, everybody. I'd like to introduce you all to my husband, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, say hi to the besties. No, don't look at me. Look at the besties.
I don't know where they are. I don't see them. I only see you. I only see you. Oh, Marvel.
Do we need to adjust this at all? How does he look? Don't look at me.
I don't know what to do.
Look at all right.
Like this? Stare at it? You ever see Will Ferrell when he just raises the mic? You put the mic down.
All right, can we get this together?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Everybody, welcome my husband, Jeff Machado. He's here because we are officially in football season. Stop moving the table because it's moving all the calendars. Get yourself ready.
All right.
Ready?
Good.
Are you good? All right. So
Don't look at Jess.
It's football season. Football is very important to me. It's very important to my husband. It's a big part of when we first started dating. We would go out and we would watch football games. So I am inviting my husband on. We met in the summer.
With a dress. So there was no football. It was just me.
Can the besties hear him, by the way?
You wore the blue dress.
Okay. Jeff is obsessed with this blue dress that I wore when we went out on our first date.
Show and tell.
I'll bring it for show and tell next week. So everybody, we just want to make sure, can everybody hear Jeff?
Oh.
Jess Machado, chaos and
Jeff is the best.
all right. So who's echoing? Are you muted? Is your sound off?
I don't have anything. I'm just watching this.
I didn't touch anything.
Okay.
I'm not saying to do this a bit.
All right. So first of all, we're only going to talk football. So let's try to keep it and stay on track to football.
That's not.
You've got to talk louder so the
That's
besties.
That's not fun.
All right. So, Jeff, it's football season, but before we talk about this football season, let's go back and talk about last football season. Your team and my team played each other in the Super Bowl. Talk to me a little bit about how that felt.
Well, the story I like to tell people is that it was like watching in a library. I just remember me wanting to be really excited and seeing you in a corner, like miserable and just quiet from like 5 seconds into the game until the end. And, then you yelled at me for celebrating, which was kind of weird. I mean, it was so many moments in that game. But I was nervous. I thought we're playing Patrick Mahomes. It felt like playing, Tom Brady, and it felt like we weren't supposed to win. And, Travis and Tay and the commissioner and your referees, it didn't start off well. You guys got a call right away. Looked like things were going to go haywire. And then we put on the beating of your life. And it was one of the greatest moments I will never forget. So, yeah, it was awesome.
Was it better beating my team than it was beating the Patriots?
No.
Nothing better than
There
that.
is nothing better than beating Tom Brady. I hate the Giants. I celebrated with them twice when they won. I remember being sick as a dog, could barely watch one of those Super Bowls, and I still stayed up to watch Eli and watch him beat Brady, and I was very happy. And then, we did it with a backup quarterback, everything that went on.
Big Dick Nick.
No Carson Wentz, all the belief I had in that kid, and it went to Big Dick Nick.
All right, we're not. It's not. This isn't an Eagles. No, it's great. It's just it's not all about you. So
That's why your microphone was on mute. But go ahead. Got this. Hi, besties. I know you're out there. Little green dot. There you are.
So sometimes people don't understand that we are not Patriots fans in New England. Some people really struggle with the fact that we aren't Patriots fans. And then how crazy it is that you're an Eagles fan, I'm a Chiefs fan, and then both of our teams are now winning Super Bowls.
Weird that you're a Chiefs fan.
Why is it a little? How is me being a Chiefs fan any more weird than you being an
I
Eagles
don't,
fan?
because
I lived in
Missouri. What's in Missouri? It's the Wizard of Oz. Nothing happens out there. It's weird.
except Super Bowls,
Well, it wasn't always
the Lamar Hunt
I know
Trophy.
Philly's close by. It's here. It's the north. It's an
Is
eastern
it true that
city.
you like being the adversary in
No,
everything?
because the Eagles had nothing to do with the Patriots were irrelevant when I grew up watching the Eagles. Randall Cunningham and Reggie White had nothing to do. The Patriots sucked. The Eagles sucked. I just loved Randall Cunningham, and I stay loyal. I know a lot of my friends were fans of other teams, and they just went back to the Patriots.
Do you have a backup team, like a backup favorite team? Just be careful when you answer this question because I know the answer. Because you brought up loyalty.
I love New York. I love
Which one, the Jets?
No. I don't love the Giants, but I love the city of New York. So, and watching them beat Brady and stop that perfect season the same way we stopped.
I don't have a backup team.
Twice.
I don't have a backup team. I only have one team. I would never. Who's my backup team,
Yeah,
Jeff?
like 3, the 9. Sometimes you like San Fran because Joe Montana was over
I
there.
don't care.
You like the Eagles because you lived in Philly, and I have to hear that story 100 times. I lived out there, and you were an Eagles fan, and Joe Montana.
I wasn't an Eagles fan when I lived out there.
I don't know.
I just live out there.
Yes, we've heard that story.
Portugal game day today. Somebody says
Soccer season's over.
season's over.
Who support Portugal?
Let's talk a little bit about season opener for the Eagles and the season opener for the Chiefs last night. Let's start with the worst part.
Spitgate.
We want to talk about Spitgate. Go ahead.
I'm upset about a lot of things. Okay, one, the kid gets kicked out immediately. All they show is him spitting on Dak. You find out later in the game after the lightning strike and all that, the delay, that Dak did it first. You can see him smiling.
Dak kind of went towards the ground. He didn't.
No. He stopped.
I watched the video.
His offensive lineman kind of like stopped him from leaving the pocket, like where he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
He's smiling. He has like an evil shit Dak grin, whatever you want to call it. Spits on the ground. Jalen sees that. It's only a few feet from him, so he starts walking over. Nobody knows what was said. Dak says, he's like, why would I spit on you? Blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the hell he was saying. But when you get the whole picture, it wasn't like Jalen just walked up to him out of nowhere and just spit on the guy. Then you have other taunting calls.
Philly gonna Philly.
Nolan Smith gets called for a
You guys are so scrappy all the time.
The guy's 10 feet away. Okay? And he's celebrating a big tackle, and they throw another 15-yard, 100 yards worth of penalties. You had a personal foul in the end zone where a guy got hit, and he couldn't even stop his momentum. It was Blankenship, ran into another guy. It was just.
But this is what your team brings. This is the environment that your team has created.
No, that's like more of a fan thing. Like Philly fans are a-holes, and they.
You guys are scrappy.
If I was a Cowboys fan, I would never attend an Eagles game. I've seen what they've done. I've told you the story where they burned the star in a parking lot at Chickies and Pete's, lit the thing on fire, and everybody's having a seance.
Why are your eyes getting all wide and excited when you're talking about it?
You want me to get jacked up and be enthused? What do you want, Jessica? Yowzer. Oh.
I never said we could talk in cat language. Yes or no, do we sing Phantom of the Opera and Cat together?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, is she always this bossy?
Absolutely. Yes.
How do you deal with that?
My wife is a control freak.
How do you deal with that?
I thought we were talking football.
We will.
You're
How do you
putting me
deal
on the
with
spot? We're going to do marriage therapy right now? God almighty. There's a lot of stories I could tell. But no. Sorry for my wheezy cough, but my wife likes it. I'll look at the camera. Hi, besties. Hi, green light.
You guys won starting off the season.
Yeah, it was. I said it was going to be sloppy. I said, it was going to be very emotional, and that's exactly what it was. Except for Jalen Hurts, who looks like he wants to be the MVP this year, doing his celebration to Michael Jordan, watching him while wearing the Jordan cleats. It was the guy looks great.
What do you think?
But whatever.
What do you think about your new fan base, which is a bunch of Patriots fans that have had nothing to celebrate?
No. They don't. No. First of all, they're not Eagles fans. They were only happy for us to beat the Chiefs. I hated every second of them cheering for the Eagles because I know how they feel about Philly. I know, there's other rivalries, the Sixers and the Celtics. There's a lot of hatred between these two cities, and it's fine. But please, save it. Save it for Drake May and Vrabel and your new team. It was horrible.
You get a new fan base.
Huh?
You got a new fan base.
They're not.
They hate the Chiefs so much.
They
hate
became
because
he, he's on that path to where Brady was. I don't think he'll ever get it. I think Brady definitely is the GOAT, and that's fine. I can admit, who the GOATs are. Michael Jordan's a GOAT, but I wasn't a Bulls fan. I understand. You can't beat 7 rings. Mahomes will never beat 7 rings. Hurts will definitely never beat 7 rings. So, but I'm glad that's over with. They can go back to cheering for these guys.
Aaron has a question.
Oh, yes. Yes, Miss Rappa.
Do we have thoughts on Bill's girlfriend? I saw that all
that vicious cray.
Aaron's asking if we have thoughts on Bill Belichick's girlfriend, Jordan. I have a take on Jordan.
Like she was asking for lunch money at the North Carolina game. Like, hey, Bill, hey, Dad.
My issue with Jordan is that, first of all, you know, older men dating younger women is not a thing, and it has happened, and it does continue to happen. She is giving it a whole new level of like a bad name. It is, she does not know her place. First of all, I don't think she's pretty enough where she could just be that trophy girl
did you see the
standing up
meme?
there in class. I've seen all the memes.
English teacher and
Yes.
gym teacher and
Your gym-
English student.
Yeah, she's not pretty enough or likable enough where she would be someone that I want the camera to pan to often enough. Do you know what I mean? Like there are those women. Like I'm happy to see them.
Bridgewater?
She went to Bridgewater. She was there when my daughter was there. Like, so that's the other thing. It is demasculating Belichick when he allows her to come and approach him on the field.
It
Whether
feels
the
like a
game is,
father-daughter.
it's
That-
not
that-
even
that
father
thing
daughter. It
very
is
weird.
it is literally like, what is she doing to you that you are allowing this? And how does he not have any self-awareness about his brand of being, well, first of all, I know what you're going to say, his brand, because now, first of all, we were in our house, we had the game on, and there was a whole other thing going on. Somebody I follow on Twitter was like, oh, you know, I got to pay to watch the game or whatever, to watch the Belichick game. And I was like, oh, we got to pay to watch it. And I came downstairs and the game was on. And remember, I was like, did you buy this? Did you pay for this? And the person had it wrong.
Did ask
You didn't.
that.
Yeah, we didn't. It wasn't whatever.
Oh,
So we watched the game. North Carolina comes out strong, scores that touchdown. Jeff's like, here we go.
I was excited to see
You
it.
loved it.
I did. I wanted to see what kind of coach
Sure,
he
of
could be, now teaching kids,
Without
soaking up all
Brady,
that
sure,
knowledge.
yeah.
But again, he can't do shit without Brady. He never has. He never will.
Right. And it just ended up being an absolute
The
disaster.
Giants,
But so like,
he won those 2 rings with the Giants. That was Bill.
I think so to go back to the Jordan Hudson thing, if you walked out of that game on top and you won and you put on a clinic and you're kind of getting like a revival, right, for Bill, you could almost tolerate the Jordan stuff, or you wouldn't even be paying attention to it. But in the absence of a win, in the absence of a performance,
That was the most points ever scored against Belichick in his.
listen, it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
disaster. So
They
now
should
we
have
have that, and we also have your girlfriend in, I don't know what she was wearing. Answer the question. Did she come down to the field? She did. She was down on the
Yeah, she
field.
asked him for lunch money.
Yeah, she did not ask him for lunch money, but she
Hey, I
came
need
down to
some
the field,
candy.
and it is just like I can't believe he, of all people, is allowing this to happen. Somebody said the yoga picture.
Oh, he
where
walked
she was
away.
like, "What?"
He looked like pissed when he walked away. Like
I wonder how, like,
Bitch.
does he have kids? Like, are
Go
his
see your
kids
parents.
caring about this? Where is the family that is saying something like, you cannot do
That
this?
is her dad. That is her family. Dad, husband, lover.
I don't know. I really don't. Look, first of all, I love it actually, because I
I
don't
hate
like
Belichick.
Belichick. I don't like how he put fans in New England through the silence, the post game, trying to extract words from him, and they loved him and everything like that. But I think it's very obvious that those rings were rooted in Tom Brady's talent and his ability to do what he did, and the team that was put together, and less about Bill. And it's an unfortunate way to end. It reminds me of when Joe Montana left San Francisco and went to the Chiefs. He should have just retired and left and didn't get and he didn't
Why?
get a win.
Made it to the playoffs.
He didn't get
Made
a
it to
Super
an
Bowl.
AFC championship.
I know that.
That's,
I'm just saying,
that
like,
violent
I don't know, like,
coming
why
out of
not? This is nothing compared to where I want to go.
No.
I'm just saying, the whole thing is, I don't know. He should have just retired and enjoyed his life. Go be commentary.
there.
Go talk on the air.
He was good on that show. He had that show with Ryan Clark, whatever. He had
Who
that
was the
great-
well, let's talk about last night, and then, because we can't do too much about this, because I know some women
Sure,
don't care.
now let me be the host. How do you feel about your Chiefs?
Well, first of
after
all,
last
as you could see in the beginning of the show, when things don't go right or sound and look the way that they usually do, I get stressed out. This whole YouTube thing is a problem for me. There's almost
Not for
nothing
streaming.
worse.
It's great for Jeff Machado show.
It's
Thanks,
great for
YouTube.
Jess
Thanks,
Machado.
YouTube. Besties
It
out
is
there,
great.
keep watching YouTube. It's a great.
I don't want to watch sports on YouTube.
No,
I don't
they
want to
are
watch
horrible.
sports on Apple TV. I don't want to watch sports on YouTube. First of all, there is a feel to watching football on television. There is a feel. That feeling comes with regular mainstream media commercials. It comes with the commentators. It comes with the sound. It comes with the logos.
I'm talking
There
about
is a
like
we'll talk about the game.
national anthem.
The national
My
anthem. Well,
God, what
and
was
it was a
going
double
on?
fucking whammy. We had to not only have it stream on YouTube, but we also had to have it in Brazil.
What was with the bass guitar thing going? The cello.
I don't know
What
what
do
it
they call
was,
it?
but it
Viola?
was extremely cultural.
Electric guitar
And
in the
I don't
background.
want culture in my NFL games. I don't want that. I want winning. I want losing. I'll take what we got from your team. I'll take spitting. I'll take all of that. But I don't want, they had a halftime show last night that looked like Shakira. I don't even know what was happening. Jeff stepped out of the living room to the sunroom to go have a cigarette. He walked back in and there's like
I thought
a
it was like a
full-blown
seance.
full-blown Super Bowl music thing going on in the middle of this game. I was done with it. I
like
hate
Brazil.
it.
I like,
Well,
they're
we're
like my
Portuguese.
second favorite.
Second, yep, we love
after
Portuguese
Portugal,
people.
it's Brazil.
I don't like these, like exposing the rest of the world to
I thought
the
I think that's
NFL.
great.
Sure.
But the way they did it on YouTube with the what do you call those people that have the shit?
Like
Podcaster, whatever they call
Like
it.
they had people like me, like
Like,
they
I don't
had
know who those
content
people are,
creators.
though.
We
And I
don't know who
think
they are.
most football fans really give a shit
We don't.
how many followers you have. Like,
Yeah.
they're trying to branch out to people that aren't there. Go take that to the Swifties, and that's probably why they did it, because it's the Chiefs and it's the Swifties. They know a lot of YouTubers are going to watch, but in general, the rest of us.
First of all, I
Here we
can.
go. Here we go.
I don't know why you're taking a hit at the Swifties. First of all, number two, and you're taking a hit at the Chiefs. They were in the Super Bowl last year. They were back-to-back Super Bowl champions. Back-to-back champions. And so whatever, I don't care. I want traditional football. I don't want them to stream.
First off, get her off the screen. She's part of this whole culture. If you want to stop this culture, she's part of it. Showing her 17 times during a game, I don't give a shit what she's doing, who she's celebrating with. I'm there to watch the game. You're talking about watching the game, and I know it's not Travis's fault. Like, whatever, he likes Taylor. I know it's not their fault, but
Did anybody have a
NFL
problem when Carrie Underwood was going to go see the
Don't talk about
Cowboys?
Carrie. Hang on. Watch out now.
Yeah.
Don't talk.
Did they hate Giselle when she was watching Tom?
She's Portuguese. Hang on. No, Giselle wasn't on the TV half as much. Nobody cares about Giselle that much. She doesn't sing.
First of all, this is going to go down another path. I'm just saying, there are a few things we have in this country left that are nostalgic and that are pure. And it is NFL football season, and I like it to look and sound exactly the way. The worst thing that happened last night, and then we're going to talk about the game and what Travis Kelce actually did, but the worst thing that happened is my daughter needed a ride, and my team was on. So we kind of have this thing, like if our kids need to get picked up from a boyfriend or a girlfriend's house or work, if your team is playing, you don't go. I'll go. My team was playing, so Jeff went. Well, Jeff left. Of course, YouTube stopped streaming. Like, we have an issue, right? And so it just, now again, your girl doesn't watch.
With an influencer named Speed.
The YouTube channel stops streaming, and it says we're having difficulties. So he leaves. The TV goes off. And I have two remotes, and I don't know what to do with them. So I click a button, and YouTube is there. I click it, and then it pops up, and it's like, Kansas City Chiefs, Brazil chart. So I click it and it opens up on the screen and it's a pocket like this where the game is over here and then there's a guy in the corner and he's like an influencer and he's talking to his name is Speed. And I couldn't get out of it. And so I had to watch the game. And
That's
this
what
guy
you
keeps going, thanks for the membership, bro.
Cool, $10, bro.
Thanks for the membership, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you. And I just want to watch my team lose.
You could hear them in the background.
You could hear them in the background, but it was just I couldn't get out of it. Nickelodeon streams games?
Well, it's for kids. No, yeah, like slimy. They make
Oh,
slime.
yeah. No, I wanted they took away my place where we watch the games.
Oh, Eli and Peyton do that.
I don't
But you
care.
actually get to watch the game when they're talking.
I just want to turn on a regular cable box and put it on 812 or
That's for
8 cent.
people in Brazil who don't have cable. They need to watch Speed and
Well,
listen to the game in
And
his
so Jeff
background.
walks in the door and he's like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "I don't know, Jeff. Fix it." And then he takes the remotes and fixes it. What do you think of the performance of my team yesterday?
I missed the second half, so I only watched the first half, and we were laughing a lot.
We have
were
a problem.
complaining a lot. Yeah, they look, Ghana. When you had Tyreek and Kelsey, yeah, Kareem Hunt, you had a nice a good offensive line, young Mahomes, Andy Reid, invigorated. It seems like this is why it's tough to win 7 times or this many times or even 4 times. It's, you go through these rosters and you have to keep rebuilding and you have to pay guys like Mahomes top dollar to keep them. You got to pay Kelsey. You got to pay Chris Jones, who held out. The Eagles have done this, and I'm not talking about, I know I'm talking about the Chiefs, but the Eagles had to redo a lot of their roster this year because Howie knows these kids that he has, he's going to have to pay. So these veterans that we had that were really good, Gardner Johnson, they had to leave because you have to build a roster correctly. And you have to hit on a lot of draft picks. It doesn't, you guys are bringing in, Thornton from the Patriots, Tyquan Thornton. I mean, Hollywood Brown, Xavier Worthy's. They're all these skinny, fast track.
Don't worry,
track
Travis
stars.
Kelce took care of Xavier Worthy for us.
Well,
I think Travis should be done. He barely touched the ball last season. He needs to free up the cap and he needs to move on. I'm going to be honest with you. And it's not only that, but it's the anticipation of what he can do, and it falls flat. That's probably it.
Kelce to go when Taylor
At the height of his relationship. No, 100%. I totally agree. But
no matter what he
But
looks
from
like.
a winning standpoint, I don't need him anymore. Like it's time to. Are we going to experience like a Gronk, like we're going to retire and then we're going to come back situation? Maybe, I don't know. But I'm going to tell you something. After last season, he barely touched the ball. He did nothing in the Super Bowl. And when he did, it was coming off of weeks of not doing anything in the playoffs. And so to me, it's like whatever. And then to have so little value in the team this game, then to take out Xavier Worthy in like one of the weirdest plays. And I've watched the replay. I've looked back at it. It looks like Worthy wasn't really paying attention and Kelsey was, but like, so now we may lose. I'm seeing some reports that Worthy's out for the season. I don't really even know how we're going to.
Xavier Worthy's on your team.
And Hollywood Brown needed to kind of settle down. And I think once he did, we saw some spark, but
You guys been on 5 different teams.
I don't
Folks, Kareem Hunt. I mean, like it's just your team is
who did I say was the best player yesterday?
Well, you had a couple big I didn't watch the second half.
Smith-Schuster.
Oh, Schuster. I mean, he's 33 years old.
But why
He's
do
up
we
there.
have a team where
Something
he's
like
the
that.
one that's making those plays? Like this
That's
is
the
a
problem. You have
recycled.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought you did. I didn't
No.
see him play.
No.
He's gone now. I don't know what.
I don't
what
think
happened.
he's.
All right, whatever. But you guys get. It's just.
And
your
it's
team
not.
is-
And
they're
Mahomes,
not looking the same.
you saw last night, by the way, glimmers of those no look side passes. He had a tremendous 47-yard throw where he was like hit and he threw it and it like, and we couldn't seal the deal on it. This isn't a Mahomes issue. It's not a talent issue. It's not an athleticism issue. The guy is working.
What did you tell me during the Eagles game when Jalen had to run around all the time? You said, this is not what an offense is supposed to look like. He shouldn't be having a run. And what did I say? I said that's all part of the scheme, to have a quarterback that can run. When you want to triple team A.J. Brown and you want to lock up Saquon, you have to worry about Jalen running around. If Mahomes had more of Hurts' ability,
he does.
No, he's not that.
He does. No. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
He rolls out of the pocket like nothing, like almost by default every single solitary time. He's
talking about like he is runs. Jalen.
Oh, because my quarterback's 30 years old. Now he's old and he doesn't have athletic ability. You said it last night.
Last
he did not.
He actually that he changed his diet because he eats too much, McDonald's where they get their uniforms from.
His wife is like crazy athletic. She needs to stop having babies. I think that's a distraction overall because like this whole thing. She's got a boob job. She looks great, but it's like
she does look a lot better.
She does. Yes, she looks
not
great.
As skinny anymore.
Yes, she's a little bit.
She looked a little.
I don't think it's a Mahomes issue. I don't think it's a coaching issue. I think Reed is Reed. He does what he does. But I'm going to tell you what, like, we're never going to win if we play like we played last night. No. Like you go into fourth and one, you go to fourth and one, and then oh, we got it. We should never be in that position. I'm nervous. The turf down there is a little suspicious.
Deal with it. We have to deal with it.
I don't trust things outside the country, so there's that. I didn't see real turf issues, but still. We're playing each other next week.
Yeah.
For my home opener.
Like that, you're done. I assume you won't. And I assume the Eagles won't be as sloppy either. So I assume it'll be a little bit better as we get into the season. I don't think the season really starts until October. Anyways.
Who do you think is going all the way this year?
Preseason. So, like the first 4 weeks, like the Eagles last year were 2-2, and then they won 9 games in a row. I think it takes a little while for these guys to get into rhythm. So I still don't think you're going to see quality football yet. You hear Tom Brady talking about this all the time. Says guys are just not prepared like they used to be. It's different.
Who do you think we're going to see go all the way this year? Don't say you.
I have my final 4.
Already?
Yeah, for fun.
Okay.
I think it's the Rams and the Eagles in the NFC Championship again.
Yep.
And I think it's the Bills and the Chargers in the AFC Championship. And I think you guys just the Chargers. I tell you about
Harbaugh.
He knows how. I told you last year when not having him go into your division is a problem because he builds winners. Stanford with Andrew Luck. Then he did Kaepernick. Made that guy.
He looks sick though, huh? He doesn't look good.
I think he has been sick. We talked about that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's had there's been some things going on. Then he goes to Michigan. Your boy Portnoy gets his championship. Sure, you two were very happy about that. Way to go, pizza guy.
Dave Portnoy is more than a pizza guy. Jeff doesn't like Dave Portnoy.
I do, and I don't. I don't like here. First of all, after the Eagles game, he was already ripping the Eagles, and he included the Chiefs. He said, "You guys are done." But, like you guys hadn't even played.
I don't take it personal.
Like he's brash, and it's fine. It's good for a Boston, but he's a douche at the end. That's why they didn't let him in Ohio State. Good, suffer instead of.
What else do you want to talk about before I get back down to business?
Hi, besties.
No, whatever. What else do you want to talk about? Do marriage therapy if you want. There's a request. Please sample this Phantom of the Opera cat song, please.
What? Meow, meow, meow,
meow, meow. Meow,
I
meow.
used to do this in the shower.
You have to do it. If you're gonna do it, meow, 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 meow. I'll do it with you. Meow, 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 meow.
Hey,
Meow, meow,
stay
meow,
tuned.
meow, meow.
Sarah, what's your name? McLaughlin?
Nope.
What was her name? Sarah. Who played the girl in Phantom of the Opera? Sarah Brightman. Brightman? Don't t- Relax. And Michael Crawford.
You know what?
Oh,
Finish it up. Finish it up.
Meow. Oh, is that what you know? No more fans.
Meow, 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 meow.
What is it? Silent Night? No. Music of the Night.
Sure. Go ahead. You do it. This is a
Oh,
solo.
This is
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Yeah. Good. Do you want to address with the besties what you did with the puzzle piece stuffed animal when you were in the hospital and you threw it in the closet in
I
a
want to say
pillowcase?
something about when it comes to. I heard you make a comment about my pain tolerance. Let me tell you something. When you rip open my fucking stomach in 7 different spots, leave gas pockets in there that are unnaturally beating the shit out of. Like I don't know what to tell you. I was in a lot of pain. So I listened to what you said. It pissed me off. Who shows up to work every fucking day of the year, never misses a fucking day being sick. Oh, you're so proud of me.
What does that have to do?
If I had no pain tolerance, I'd be taking sick days and staying at home.
Again, what does that have to do? What did you just say?
That's you.
What did you just say?
You have no pain tolerance. You cry about, your stubbing your pinky toe. I don't know what to tell you.
Again, what does that have to do with me buying you a gift and then
I
you
was
taking
rubbed up on what do they call that shit? Dilaudid?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, why? Because the morphine, first of all, I'm not, small. So like you can't give me stuff that only lasts 20 minutes. So you helped me. They put me on Dilaudid. And some things happened. I don't remember shit. I don't remember throwing the fucking puzzle piece in the closet. I don't remember you visiting me half the time. I was so drugged up. It was awesome. I got to try fentanyl, Dilaudid, all because of this surgery. It was amazing things, that are all illegal.
Yeah.
I don't do that. I'm not a drug user, but it was a great,
Thanks for clarifying that.
Anyways, so.
Well, I didn't appreciate it.
Yeah,
I didn't appreciate it. All right.
I love my piece. Am I the purple one? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're the purple one.
I love you, Yowzer.
Anything else?
No, that's pretty much.
What do you think of my show?
I think it's awesome. I'm glad you're doing what you love to do.
Sarah Brightman had pipes. This sounds like a meow mix.
Yeah, Sarah Brightman. She did have pipes. I saw her live. And Crawford. They were amazing.
What is the hardest part about being married to me?
Everything. But we make the puzzle pieces. Don't we?
Yeah.
Sometimes. At least on camera.
What are your nicknames?
I just call you that.
Meowser. We have a secret handshake.
Asshole. Dick.
We have a secret handshake too, but you won't catch it on camera. We have a secret. We can't because we can do it from here and nobody will see it. We have a secret handshake.
That's how it stays secret. Let's do it because it is secret. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna go to the range.
Okay, what do you want, a medal?
No, I'm just letting you know because I can't talk to you. You have your show. So,
He's been going to while we've been here, he's been going to the driving range.
Past 3-4 weeks I've been.
Jeff is on the golf team at high school. You were? Yeah. Used to go to
Yeah,
Swansea Country Club.
What?
Yeah, he does. He's a great golfer, actually.
I'm ready to go.
You brought your clubs with you?
Didn't I say I'm going to the driving range?
Sounds like there was a whole plan that you didn't let me in on.
You said I couldn't stay.
I did say you can't stay. I need
Sorry,
Erin
guys.
back here.
I can say
What else? What do you? How pretty am I on a scale of 1 to 10?
20, 100 with lines in red.
The emoji, the 100 emoji.
100.
What are we doing today after the show?
Well, I have to clean the house and make sure.
Is it really?
It's not for you, so that way I can go out later. But I don't mind cleaning the house. I'm Portuguese, so it's kind of.
This is how it happens. If
Watching
Jeff
college
wants to
football.
go out tonight to eat or to have a drink or do anything, when I come home, I can't. After doing this, I can't come home and
Can't have dirty dishes in the sink.
I can't. The laundry, I can't. I can't have. I want to come home. I want to look at my bestie comments. I want to talk to Erin about all of the things.
After you just talked to Erin for 7 hours. Erin, I have more to talk about.
We have to
What do
debrief.
you do after the fucking show? I don't even understand.
We take notes. We adjust. We change. We listen to what the besties say. We fix things. This is a thing. This is like
It's evolution. You're evolving every show.
Is it hard that I don't have a real job?
Sorry, what? Is it
You should
hard?
have Mr. Jess on more often. He's funny just like
Hey, look,
you.
somebody gave me $3.
It's not for
I
you.
got you $3.
Yeah, if you send any money now, Jeff thinks it's his.
Hey,
Obviously.
thanks, Sue Harris. Go Adela Dale Crow's premieres 2025 AFL.
So
Thanks for your membership. It's your speed. Thanks for your membership.
hi, I can't believe I watched it. So we're gonna you're gonna go golf, then you're gonna go home and clean, and then we'll go out to dinner later. We're probably gonna go to Pine House.
McDonald's? What?
Pine House.
Oh.
I talked about it on the on.
Oh,
I
okay,
love
you
Pine
already
House.
tell everybody where we're
Sometimes. Anything else? Anything
going.
else?
Craft food.
Anything else?
No.
Where are we going to be watching Sunday football is my bigger question. Because Dublin Rose is closed.
I don't care.
I think it's by default. Nobody has the Sunday ticket. I called everywhere.
Our teams have already played. So watch the games that come on TV.
I think.
Stop being amateur hours.
Anyway, Jeff. What else? That it? We're done here?
It's your show.
I think we're done. You come back for other football things? Supper's on Saturday. I do not cook
I
on
don't know.
Saturday.
Give me another $2.99.
I don't cook on Saturdays ever. We go out to dinner on Saturday. Sometimes it's a cheap dinner. Sometimes it's not a cheap dinner. Well, depends. But we always try to do something on Saturdays.
Oh, look at that. I'm delightful. You're delightful too, Christine.
So yeah, Saturdays we usually, because how it used to be is we didn't have kids on Saturdays because of like the schedules with exes and stuff. So Saturdays by default were always our night free, and so we've always done something. I think when we first started our family, we used to like drive to the beach a lot, grab clam cakes.
Hey, they take 40%. Jess, you need to get into another field. What's going on here?
First of all, do not talk about money in front of my husband. He knows nothing about any of this at all. Nobody say anything. We don't share the money.
Oh, please. Somebody just brought up the Cowboys.
This should be a consistent part of the Jess Machado show.
Jeff, tell us something about Jeff that nobody knows. Nobody knows? Oh. Next week's show.
God, no, somebody.
I can't think of
Somebody
something
just-
like that quick.
People are paying you.
$5. Let's go, bitches. Let's go. I mean, besties, whatever. I mean, bitches from the 90s. So it's like you're all my bitches. You know, like DMX. It's not a deride. I'm not being.
They don't get offended. Also, Erin's right. They don't get offended. Jeff
You're
is
all my bitches.
Jeff is younger than me. People should know that. I'm almost 50 and Jeff is only 42, 40.
I think your
42?
Vikings are pretty good this year. I like JJ McCarthy. Ceiling. You have no idea what I do for $10. Wait, I should do OnlyFans or something. And
No.
show them like my toes and stuff. You know they used to sell. Never mind. I'm not gonna get into it. You need me to go?
If you're ready, you're ready to go. You're ready to go. We can move on.
Yes.
This is fun. This is great.
Oh, look at this. Huh? No, that's $10. So somebody please $10.
Do not.
Venmo me at Jeff Machado doesn't share money with his wife.com. Love you, honey.
Love you too. This is fun. You did great.
It's natural.
Come back and give me a kiss goodbye.
Oh, brother.
Bye, bestie. I see you out there in that little circle.
It's like he doesn't understand the internet. Do you want to do the shake on camera? Erin said do the handshake on camera. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. We do. Hit,
Can you see
hit.
it?
Yeah. Wait, stop. Hit, hit. All right. Bye. Can I get it? All right. So that is my attempt at doing a football segment with my husband. I do not know if we will do this again. I do. I feel like he's going to want to come back. Also, he has like a bag of sin. Come over here and show everybody. This is a constant in my house. Come show it. No, come show it. Come show it. If I had $1 for every one of these bags I have seen floating around, just show the bag. Look.
No, it's my
This bag has
my den. I call it my den of vice and misery.
Cigarettes, lighters, Celsiuses. It's just
Den of vice and misery.
it's definitely has incense in it. Jeff always he always picks up incense from the corner store.
That's so I can have, my office.
In his office, he likes to have incense downstairs. All right, are you good? I'm good. Can you connect with the kids? Because I've been getting some texts while we were chatting. My friend Melissa, I want to say hi to her. She's like, Jeff is hilarious.
Jeff co-hosts Funny After Dark. Absolutely.
No. Listen, Jeff and I can get along when everything is fun and there's no stressors that like real life brings. But like earlier this week, we had to change insurance companies because we've had Geico for forever. And I'm sure if you live in Massachusetts and you have a child, you will understand this. Geico automatically added my 16-year-old daughter to our insurance because they can. And so my insurance with no notice went from one premium and it doubled because there's a 16-year-old added that doesn't have Bye. It doesn't and they don't. He just walked into the door. So this week I had it. So I was trying to remove her from the insurance. She's not a licensed driver. She ended up getting her permit yesterday, but she's not a driver. This whole thing, and Geico is just the worst. And by the way, they never connect you. So anyway, I just finally had a breakdown after like 16 years. I was like, we're done. And I was trying to talk to Jeff about this. And Jeff was getting angry. And I'm like, what do you have to be angry for? I figured it out. I'm on the phone with them. I'm doing the new company. I'm paying the premium. Like, what do you have to be worried about? So this Jeff is fun. But if I wanted to talk about the insurance that we had to change this week and the new company, Jeff would not be fun. Did the besties like Jeff? Is Jeff more likable than me? Yes. uh Yikes. Yikes. We won't tell him. Don't tell him. Yeah, he doesn't. He won't even know how to get to this. He won't even know how to find it. All right. So that's that. Jeff is, yes, he is funny. He's great. Real life situations, no, but this is fun. From Friday at 5 p.m. until Sunday at like 11 p.m. Jeff is a pleasure. Jeff work week, Jeff. No, Jeff wakes up, and you know how I know when he wakes up in the morning? There's door slamming, and he's coughing, like, like it's just like it's. Anyway, I don't want to put Erin on the spot, but I have to go to the bathroom. So can you take over? I don't know. Can you do anything at all? Okay, great. Erin's gonna jump on. I'm gonna run to the ladies' room. Take me off.
Can you guys hear me? Because I really don't want to. Oh my God, don't leave me big. Oh my goodness. All right, well, what am I going to do? I'm going to put this up here because I don't want to be big. Okay. Hey, good morning, besties. So what did we think about Jeffrey? Did we love him? How many people we got on here? Just about 2. What time is it? 10:44. Good morning, Mr. Higgins. This show has 0 content. I mean, you know, maybe it's not the show for you then. An echo? Oh, hold on. I don't know how to let's see. Sorry, I just put a new piece of gum in my mouth. Is that, let me see. Is that better? I think I muted her. So I know, well, listen, I just sat back down, so I will change it right now. I'll edit my name. Do you not want me to be Mr. Jess? Erin Lee. How's this? Bring on Brian. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Hi, Cheech. Hi, everybody. I did. All right, I muted her. So let's see. Do we want to look at the rest of the pictures while she's not here? Let's see if I can get this on here. Let's do this for a minute. Share screen. Go to the Instagram. Okay. Oh, God, that was way too close. So if you can hear me, we'll look. These are some other Souzapalooza pictures. Can we see? I am also a delight. Oh, thanks. Sometimes. I thought I muted her from here, though. Is Jessica? Okay. The mic has been back and forth all morning. Yeah. So just so if you guys could see the chat, I was very concerned that exactly what happened was going to happen. That because like when Jessica and I are talking, we can do like one sentence at a time and mute, you know, ourselves when we're not. But I knew that's exactly what was going to happen. They were going to start going at each other, and I was like, he's going to be loud. It's going to be echoey. That's why I brought my 3rd computer and I put it on the other side of the room. But, you know, it is what it is. So here we are. Let's take a little look through. These are some Souzapalooza memories. I think we pre-gamed a little bit at the local bar. Where else did we go? So these are mugs. But just, hold on, let me take my cup off for a minute. Okay. So these are the mugs that Jessica got us. And the handful of moms all have these. They're our Stabby Crabby mugs. We're just looking through some Instagram pictures of Souzapalooza while you're gone. And guys, who's this? Mr. Monk, where are you? Because we all know who this is. And Murphy's everywhere. Everybody say hi to Murphy. I don't remember whose dog this was. This is the rest of our outside living room. We set up, look at the coffee table and everything. If you'll notice, can you see my mouse on the screen? Do you see what I'm circling in the background? It's the plant mister from Kathy's from your show and tell. You're not on the stage. You're not on the stage. You can go back to the stage. Hold on. Where are you? Add you to the stage. Unmuted you because I was echoing.
That's the mister that I stole. This is evidence, actually.
Okay, so what else is here? Spritzing away. Oh, don't look at that one. That's Jessica.
That's me passed out on the ground. Maybe we can take these down.
That was the leftover at night.
Look how pretty. We had electricity out there. It was a straight up like living room vibe.
Yep. And then we have one more round. Let's see. How do I get this one on? Stop sharing. Stop sharing. And then we have one more round, and then Jessica's back. Okay.
How'd you do? How'd Erin do? Erin does
It was
great.
fine. All right, so that was the preparations. There's our pal setting up the living room in Kathy's front yard. Not too much else. Some of the moms. And then, oh, that's Bestie.
There's everybody. Oh, hi, Vesty.
And that's Jessica. You can't, that's Jessica's arm. Jessica's head is over here somewhere. That's the dog trying to see if she's alive.
This is somebody
Face
who's
down
saying
on
they
somebody's
missed it.
front
This
lawn.
is Souzapalooza, our friend
Oh,
Kathy
yes.
Murphy, the cat that got stolen by the Amazon driver. Kathy does an annual party every year called Souzapalooza, and this was
That's my
one.
show and tell this morning.
So
I
show
brought
and
my
tell.
shot glass. So this is some of the photos from it. And then that was it. Look at the lamp at night. It was very fun. And that's that.
Cute.
Amy knitting in the corner.
We need more of it.
That's all. Okay, Jess is back. Bye, guys.
Hey. Thanks, Erin. Okay, do you want to we're going to talk about because this show has actually been so fun. I don't even want to like make it heavy and talk about news stories and stuff. Like I know we normally go late but we don't always have to do a 4-hour show, but anyway. So let's not even do the Applegreen story yet. Can we bring up that YouTube? Erin doesn't want to do this, but I want to do this. So while I was on air last week or right after, some besties had mentioned me and said, hey, you've got to check out, there's people talking about you on their YouTube show right now. And I was like, send it to me. Okay, that's nice. And so I had a chance to pop over and look. And so this is a podcast by the name of Crime Writers on Podcast. And so the lady on the right with the great hair, this is her show. And then the person, and I don't want to misgender because there's a sensitivity issue here, clearly, that person on the left is the guest. And so I did a little work on this Crime Writers on Podcast. That host, she hosts other shows. And essentially she just takes things that are out there and talks about them and gives her take on them. So I went online, I found like a channel where I think she has 3 different podcasts. Okay. And so she has this podcast, and I think is JFK. He was on her show, I think this past week or the week before. And I will tell you, like, it's the only show that got the views. That show got 25,000 views, and that's because JFK brings the views. I have a secret feeling about the JFK thing, by the way. It's they said that like there's a bitch in the mix. They were talking about me with the Brian LTL thing, and I reserved my feelings on it because with everything involving Brian LTL, I'm okay with being ahead of the curve on that. And so like I think they were team Brian, and I feel like that evolved over the course of that live or whatever. But my take is JFK is cute, and I kind of have a thing about. I know it's that Boston Southie thing or what. I don't know what it is. See what happens when Jeffrey leaves. So I actually I do kind of pop in on their lives. Also, I don't know what it is, but something comforting about these guys being up in Boston and just like, and the guy that dances, I don't know what it is. But anyway, so JFK was on this lady's show, not this one. But anyway, so she got the views. Normally, the show's not getting a ton of views, a couple thousand views. That's fine. And so when somebody says you're being mentioned or whatever, I check it out. And so this is what I heard when I jumped in. Yeah.
Stupid. It's just like backbitey, infighting bullshit. Jess Machado started her own show and started flaming people, and she's burning bridges left and right. And by the way, she's also got some pretty egregious social and political stances that she's now flying very freely, and people are sort of seeing for the first time. And I'd say even more so than someone like Turtle Boy, she's pretty comfortable saying some pretty racist and transphobic shit. But anyway, so that's all happening. But the interesting thing that happened earlier this week is
So,
that Howie Carr put out this
if we can
announcement that
pause
they were
that for
going
a
to have
second.
Alan Jackson and
So my first take here is the person on the left-hand side, her reaction to me getting my own show, number one, indicates that she knows who I am. So I love that for me. I don't know who these people are. I didn't know who these people were until they Aiden went on the show. I don't know who they are until somebody messaged me and said these people were talking about me. So I love it for me that that lady on both of them already knew who I was and that she had such a reaction to me having a show. But this woman on the right saying that I have said racist and transphobic stuff and that I am comfortable in that is crazy. I have never, ever, ever said anything racist. I have never said anything transphobic or homophobic at all. And first of all, this is just par for the course for people like this. Number one, you lie. Number two, you create a narrative that doesn't exist. And then number three, your, be kind mantra goes out the window when you start shit talking somebody. So I was not part of this conversation. You wanted to drag me into it. The only thing that this woman got right is that I say things with confidence, and that's 100% correct. But I am not racist. I'm not transphobic. I'm not homophobic. I have many gay people in my life that I love and support. I have absolutely no problem with what people do in their bedrooms. I don't care. My take on all of this will forever be like, you can go and live your life. I will go and live my life. And nobody needs to push an agenda or a lifestyle or anything on me. Does this cross a line occasionally? Yes. For a daughter of mine who played field hockey and there's a boy on the team, that would be a problem. So on individual issues, I will give my take. But these statements about me being racist, homophobic, or whatever, that's a crazy take. Okay. If we can fast forward just a little bit, I think maybe at like the 12-minute mark, this woman starts talking again about like me and Aiden, and it's interesting. Try 12.
he announced it today.
Yeah.
When she's on the show. So, Turtle Boy has profited off of Karen Reed. I have profited off of Karen Reed because of the increase in our Patreon memberships, people interested in the story. So like, I'm not throwing stones here, but I am saying this. When Karen Reed says on your show that she wants to write a book out there, she wants a book out there, that's her side of the case. And on that same fucking show, this guy picks up his book with her picture on it. I don't think that's great. I don't think that's great.
And to go a step further with that line, the reason Karen was talking about her book and the reason why Alan Jackson was, giving his opinion about that whole, media and like the movies and the book and all that stuff, the whole point of it was for Karen to say, I'm writing a book so that people can have the real story and the truth.
Right.
And I don't have anything to do with this Elizabeth Banks movie. They didn't get my blessing and they don't have the real story and the truth.
Right.
And in the same breath, Howie Carr's holding up a book and he doesn't have all the facts and the truth the way that Karen does.
Correct.
And
This
and
is
I'm
a
just
little
like,
not quite
you
where we
even-
want to
I
be.
mean,
It's
do you
coming
see
though. It's
yourself
coming
in
right
this
now.
moment, dude.
Yes. It was quite tone deaf. It was quite not reading the room, in my opinion. I agree.
It
Let's talk
comes
about
up
the
right
show
now,
itself.
I think you'll
So
hear
what
it.
else do you think about this Turtle Boy situation?
So there's a couple of things
Right here.
I've been thinking about it. To me, it feels, and I'm going to include Aiden in this just because, he's a part of it. But to me, it feels like, for 2.5 years, everybody that was reporting on Karen Reed, and including us, and I'll include us in this because I'm like, sometimes I'm like, what am I doing today? I don't have any Karen Reed stuff to do. It feels to me like Machado and Aiden and Howie and all these people have lost their purpose a little bit. Does that make sense? Like, so
Yeah.
they
They're
need to,
trying to
like,
find
so
other
that's
stuff to do.
well, that's why Jess Machado is doing what she's doing by being racist and transphobic and all that stuff, because it gets her clicks.
Yeah.
And Aiden is talking about this woman who was selling, you know what I'm
So,
talking about, right? She was
Adelson
selling,
case.
no,
I don't, I,
he was talking about this woman that
yeah,
was
we can
selling
pause. We're done.
Karen Reed
So I don't
merchandise.
know who these women are. I really don't. And I don't mean that in a form of disrespect. They're not in my orbit, and I don't care, right, who they are or what they do. There's some hair issues going on with both of these women that I'm not really sure. So I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to take what this person said, right? And exactly. And I'm just going to put out into the universe the truth, because if this exists out there in the universe, okay, then there needs to be the counterpart of that, which is the truth. Number one, I am not racist. I am not transphobic. And I don't live my life that way. And if you are going to come to a publication, however small and minuscule yours is, and say that, you better come with the receipts. You better come with the receipts, which don't exist. Okay. Second of all, I am not looking to find my way post Karen Reed. Actually, we're watching that in real time with you two right here. You two have absolutely nothing to talk about. And so you're talking about me. I'm not a story, but you clearly don't know anything about me. And that on its own lends to a lack of credibility for this whole platform that you're trying to establish here. I don't know if you're trying to get your feet wet. I don't know what you're doing. I'm happy to send the besties over and give you some of my views, because I think you need that. But what you're going to learn very quickly is that you cannot go unchecked saying the shit. Number one, I was doing this well before I started this show. That's the first thing. Number two, I have written articles on the migrant crisis in Massachusetts. I have broken stories that have been picked up by national news media outlets. I worked on the Jacob Pothier story when nobody else was writing about it, and that was picked up by Libs of TikTok, which I'm assuming this person here on the left has never gone on unless they've been featured on it. It's you know how I am. It's about facts. It's about receipts. It's about truth or whatever. Now this right here qualifies for a cease and desist. I think you can't say that. You can't. And if I had a high powered attorney like Kathy Carr has in my back pocket, I would waste a fee on writing a letter and sending it to these people. But in the absence of that, I'm just going to give you my statement here. You're wrong. I am not looking for something to fill my time. I have not enough time. I have too many stories and too many things I'm working on, all of which require thought and digging and looking. And it's clear that you guys don't do this. All you do is like attach yourself like some sort of like you go to a host story and then you attach yourself to it and then you suck shit out of it. She's a female. You are a female LTL. We'll talk about Brian, but what's going on right here. I want to, it's again, this is about correcting. And there's this weird thing that I always say, like if somebody's on the internet and they say something about you, you have no idea of knowing the reach. This happened like during the election season in Somerset, for example. You've got somebody in town that's posting something that's not true, right? You can post the truth, but will your post ever really reach the same people that post? I don't think so. So does it work or does it correct it? I don't know. Does talking about this put a spotlight on these two humans? It sure does. Does Erin think that they deserve that? Absolutely not. She doesn't want anybody to go to their YouTube. Anybody? No, I totally get it. So what is obviously Flobies. Listen, let the besties do the besties things. But my issue here is, it is a little nice for me that somebody like this thinks about me in a way and has a reaction. It's not that. My issue here is, where am I transphobic? Where am I racist? I had Sean Nelson on my show. He's a black man. What do you mean? If I'm racist, would I give my platform to a black man? I've talked about this on like my radio show in the past. One of my favorite Instagram accounts is the Black Man Can. And if you're not following them on Instagram, you should follow them. I think they maybe have actually jumped over on YouTube, but there's a Facebook that doesn't look like them. Black Man Can is one of my favorite Instagram accounts because it shows black men who are not subscribing to the narrative that they are being held back. They can't do things. They can't be good dads. They can't make money. They can't have jobs. They can't have marriages. They can't be present for family. It is a constant reminder that there is a demographic of black men in this country that are not ridden with crime and do not have guns unless they are legally owned. And it is like, I love going to this page as a reminder that what you see and hear in mainstream media isn't always true. And so I have black men love me. I have an ass if you haven't seen it. And my black men love it. That's how I grew up in Philadelphia. The black men loved me. I love black men. I don't like black men that commit crime, but I like all the men on the Black Man Can page that are living life like to the best way. They're not talking about reparations. They're like, fuck reparations. I'm going to go out and go to college and I'm going to go make my own money and I'm going to have a family. Like, I don't know, like regular people do. Like, I'm not racist in any way, shape, or form. And these statements are rooted in some sort of issue you have with yourself and your own identity. I don't know what's going on, but like, you provoked me. You've poked the bear. And then to talk about like me having to like create drama because the absence of Karen Reed. First of all, I can assure you I have been drama ridden since the day that I was born. This is not a new thing. Okay. That's the first thing. The second thing is I do not and did not devote my life to the Karen Reed trial. If you haven't been able to figure out, there are some things I don't know about the Karen Reed trial. The ice cream truck that got sent to me and did the Jen McCabe thing flew over my head because I'm sorry, I don't know everything. The Karen Reed trial was a part of my job, but it was not my whole job. And I did that for a reason because I'm not a fucking idiot. I knew the Karen Reed story would end one day. And is there stuff still going on? Sure. Civil, sure. All of that stuff. Yes. But I did stuff before Karen Reed, during Karen Reed, and do things after Karen Reed. And so this thing over here on the left-hand side that is ugly, and I don't understand her lack of neck. I don't get that. He does not know me or anything about me. And you lie. And you on the other side with the good hair, you said some not nice things too. And I don't know why you would say that. And so I feel like I needed to tell you that now I'm going to put you on my whiteboard. And for those of you who don't know what the whiteboard is, can we maybe find the picture? Let me show you what I do. Okay? And I don't know what the besties are talking about here, but let me show you what I do. Text it to you?
Text or message.
Okay. Hold on. I don't know what's going on there with that woman or whatever. I have no idea. I'm going to show you what I do. You have it?
Right? I'm offended.
Oh. Hold on. I'm going to get you a picture. That's important. I need a minute. I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay. Pat and Saki. It's Jen Saki. You know, I don't care that people don't like me or whatever, but you can't lie. You can't. I'm not racist. You can't lie. I'm very, very sorry. But I'm adding them to the whiteboard. This one on the left with the hair and the no neck, I'm not adding to the whiteboard. There's nothing here. I think they started a podcast and it has like 25 views. We're just going to let her struggle on her own. Guys, this is something that is very important to me. So I have whiteboards. Okay. This is a whiteboard. And I was very frustrated with things that were happening in my community. And so I wrote a whiteboard that said how to overcome evil in Somerset, a plan by Jessica Machado. This is a real thing that's taken in my living room. And over the course of, I believe, 3 years, at a minimum 2 years, I made a plan, and we'll talk about them really quick. And then after each thing I did it, I checked it off, and then I moved on to the next thing. So like, let's look at the one thing, for example, on the left-hand side. It says step 1, identify 3 primary problems. They have the code names. Code name 1, Operation Dog Walker. B, Operation Legion of Doom, and Operation Magic Glove. And so for Operation Dog Walker, this was, we were trying to get school resource officers in Somerset. Okay. We had one and we had a second one, but we wanted a third one because when we got the second one, we did our research and we talked to people and we learned that second one, so one was at the high school, never left the high school. That's the one we had. So we never went to the elementary schools, never went to the middle school. We got a second one. Well, as soon as we got that second one, we learned and found out that second one was all day at the middle school. It was just overwhelming. There was clearly a need. We knew that. And so we were advocating for a third school resource officer. And the people in town, check marks on the board. That's right. We recognized, and we heard from teachers undercover. We heard from other people. We heard people who couldn't come out and talk that we needed another one. And so the school committee and all these political hacks didn't want to do it because it was political. And so we decided to do it. So we organized a group and we started, again, same shit as usual. And we went to a meeting, and at the meeting, there was a teacher who said that an SRO was nothing more than a glorified dog walker because they had a comfort dog. And I put that bitch on my list. And so we needed to, and then the union showed up and said, we don't need more cops, we need more teachers. And I was like, first of all, those things aren't exclusive. You can have both. You can have more cops and more teachers or more guidance counselors or whatever. Get on your own platform and go and fight for money for more counselors. I'm not saying you need that. I'm saying you need a cop in a school. So I'm going to use my platform and I'm going to fight for that. Nothing is stopping you from going and saying, I need more counseling in the school district. Go champion for your own cause. My cause is I like cops in schools because the only thing that stops bad guys with guns are good guys with guns. And so I want cops at schools. And I'm going to fight for that. And if everybody in my community gets behind that, we're going to get it. And so Operation Dog Walker took place, and we had to take matters into our own hands. Bestie Erin went and had signs printed up at Mallard Printing, by the way, that said yes to SROs. And we went and put them all around Somerset. And then the news showed up, and the news started interviewing people and saying, why are you doing this? And we're like, well, the school department and the school committee isn't going to allocate money for another SRO. So we're going to have to take it to the town meeting, which we did. And guess what? We won. We got the votes, we got the money, and now we have another school resource officer. Big fucking check mark right there, right on the left-hand side. Check, done. Let's move on to Operation Legion of Doom. And the things on here were, by the way, all the things. Look, fires for markets. We're going to have a standout, a video, VAW, all of these things, meetings. So there's a whole list of things that I wanted to do, and we just methodically moved through them. The next thing, Operation Legion of Doom. We have a selectman in our town. His name is Jameson Souza. He's an elected official, so he falls under a purview where I can say whatever I want about him. His family is involved in. Erin's asking if she can go to the ladies' room, and I think I'm okay. Yeah. And so the American Legion in town, we found out was operating without a tax exempt ID. And they were getting a lot of things for free from the town, including plowing services. And let's just say, without saying too much, there's somebody on the inside there that basically approached me and was like, can you please look into this and come out and talk about what's going on at the American Legion? And anytime the town had an event down at the waterfront, this thing called Spirit of Somerset, the American Legion would be the sole provider of alcohol for that event. And they would be able to go and sell alcohol and make a shit ton of money, which is totally fine. But they didn't have a tax exempt number. And when I started looking into it, found out that they were using the national tax ID number because they hadn't filed their taxes for 10 years. 10 years, they had not filed one tax refund as a nonprofit in Somerset, and were taking money and all of these things and never filed, no transparency. And the person in charge was our selectman's father, who served on the board of American Legion as the treasurer for the state. So he knew. He was, as the treasurer of the state, advising other American Legions in the state to file their taxes, and he never filed the taxes. And so I showed up at the American Legion, and I went there and asked to speak with him, and he wasn't there. And so on a phone call, I called him, and he admitted to me that he wasn't filing taxes and he didn't know how to do it. He has since stepped down from the state position of treasurer. I don't know what he's doing over there, but the main goal was to put them above board, get their tax information straight, and make sure that they were filing their taxes as a nonprofit in our town. They're still doing weird stuff with money, but my job was to make sure, if you're going to operate in our town, if you're going to sell alcohol at events, and it wasn't just that one, they operated a big event that was involved with the weed solar therapeutics in our town. If you're going to do all of this stuff and get all of this stuff from us, you're going to file your taxes and you're going to have a tax ID number. And anyway, that is all set. Check. Because if there's anything that I really hate, it's people take advantage of veterans, and it's gross. Last thing, Operation Magic Glove. So speaking of Spirit of Somerset, we had a thing where there was an event in town, and it was like owned by the town. The town had, it's just like your normal 4th of July type celebration. Your town or your city does it. Somerset had one in the fall at the end of September or whatever. And it was down at our waterfront, and the town put it on every year. A former selectman, he ran it, so to speak. Well, when he was on the board of selectmen, he and 2 other members of the board of selectmen decided to give the event to this guy, Dave Barabee. And it's called Operation Magic Glove because he is a Michael Jackson impersonator. And so I called it Magic Glove. And so they gave it to him. They gave it to him. They gave the event to this private citizen who at the time was an elected official, and they gave him all the money in the account to run the event. Okay. So number one, that should have never happened, but the meeting was in the middle of the day. Nobody's paying attention. And his friends and Holly McNamara gave him the event. So now it belongs to a regular person. And if this person decides to just leave or move, with it goes the money and everything that belongs to the Spirit of Somerset. And this move should have never happened, and nobody knew about it. I can guarantee you. And so, my plan was to expose what was going on. They were making a ton of money. Their tax refunds were shady and showing things that I can't even believe they were charging for. And people started to get upset and saying, like, is anybody paying attention to this event? And so after being a nonprofit, and we all know how we feel about nonprofits don't mean that you're not making money. It's just you have a nonprofit status. After making money, paying himself money, paying his wife money, spending all of this money, charging himself for animals to participate in this event, doing all of this shit, he had the audacity to come to the town and ask the town to fund certain aspects of this. He's couldn't, because we always started buzzing about it. And then people weren't willing to donate to him. Well, you've got to go and get the money. You want this event, you go figure it out. Well, when he didn't get the money, he came to the town and asked for money, and the townspeople said no, right? So what did he do? We don't have a Spirit of Somerset anymore. Now, this is one of the only check marks that should be like, maybe, see, it's not as like strong as the other check marks. I'm okay with this because we eradicated the corruption there. He is no longer a selectman. He lost miserably in his next campaign. He is no longer making money off of this town event. However, we don't have a town event in its place, and that is very sad. So last year, when the town said we weren't going to give you any money, he didn't do it, right? We didn't have it last year, and then it would be happening this year, and it's not happening this year. So yeah, so it's not, this isn't 100% win. It doesn't sit right with me 100%. But hopefully the town can allocate money for it and get a board of directors together, and then we can start this back up again. The town is small and they need it. And so I love all of these. So anyway, back to this. I'm going to make a new whiteboard and put new people on it. Got it? Got it. What? What happened? Is it Murphy? What card is that?
I have anything to say about this.
Okay. Yeah, we can take it off the screen. Yeah, I think we're done with them. I did jump over to that live, and I said I can't wait to talk about this on my show today. So they've been warned. And I don't want to get into another YouTube war with people. And people are saying, like, so she said it, like, Jess is coming in and like scorched earth or whatever. You know what I'm doing? I'm cleaning house. I'm coming in and I'm cleaning house. Say what you want about what I said, but Brian has changed, okay? And I'm going to give a little shout out to Brian, because Erin, I know, is like really like finding this interesting. Aiden went on a show after I talked about LTL, and I was saying there's just something not authentic here. I don't like this, like trying to like, take everybody down and all of this stuff or whatever, and the behaviors and weird. Well, Aiden went on and talked about how he's not being real and he's not being authentic, and the suit jackets in the studio. Well, LTL went live this week, and the man is wearing a backwoods baseball cap and he's in his bedroom again. And so he listened to what Aiden said. Now it's the same old shit, and he's not being authentic and real. But he did exactly what Aiden told him to do, which was stop wearing a pocket square and the studio. What, I don't know. I'm just saying, if I'm going to come in this space and I'm going to be real and I'm going to be authentic and I'm going to tell the truth and we're going to be real, everybody else around me better be real. If that's okay with everybody. And if you're not, then I don't want to come in here and cause this whole community vibe or whatever. First of all, Aaron just said lies. It's lies. There's that. Number two, like everything in life, I like what I like. I want what I want. I have the right to say what people, as you can tell, people are going to jump on and say, we don't like you. I don't know those people. People are going to say, so they can do it, but I can't do it. Why can't we just be real? There are people on here that I really like their show. Admittedly, I didn't watch a lot of Will during the Karen retrial. I didn't have time. And I was watching Will's show the other day and I was laughing so hard. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Erin said that she watched Will's stream that whole day and she doesn't watch. I was like cackling with some of the things. He's so funny. I like Aiden's show because he's so real and he's so awesome. And like, it's just, it's great. I've been watching more of Nurse Kim and she's kind of fucking funny. And what did she say the other day? Somebody was talking, she called it something Thursday or whatever. And she's talking about her tits and she's just like, I'm bigger. So it goes like, and this lady's making fun of her and she just like gives it right back. I can identify with that. It's funny. She's hysterical. And there are some people that I don't like, which is Brian. He sucks. And Mike Crawford, I love Mike and I've been on his show. Mike's energy level is a little, as you can tell, a little bit different from mine. And I don't know, somebody messaged me about it and I was like, I think it's great that Mike is on Howie Carr filling in for Grace. That Mike doing that has nothing to do with how I feel about Kathy Carr. I think it's wild we have someone who doesn't have Republican conservative views on a Republican conservative show, but I think that's also very interesting. And the cars are going to car and do whatever. But I think it's great for Mike. And he's like, oh, I even shaved or whatever. I think he looked really good. But Mike's energy is different than mine. And but I like his show and respect his show. But I don't like Brian. Brian's trash. It's terrible. It's terrible. I love that he doesn't come. Brian doesn't know what he is. Brian won't post on X because he knows he can't delete the comments. And so he doesn't post on X. And then he posts on Facebook and then he limits the comments so you can't talk. And he moves all the and he can delete and Kim is gorgeous. Sometimes I do catch her on replays, but she was saying something the other day and I was dying. So I just like what I like. Oh, and she was like, let me get my pearls. She went like this and she grabbed yeah. And I also like JFK now. Leave who alone? Somebody say that? No, go on his show. Ooh, ghosty. Purple ghosty. Ooh, spooky. So spooky. I'm going to change my membership from bunny ears to a ghost emoji. I don't care. I do. I love JFK. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I think is JFK married? JFK got a girl. You'll like him.
They had the glare on and they started talking about Ryan. And he was like, glare, man, you gotta know there's a bitch in the mix. And they didn't even get you.
It's all right.
I know, but I'm gonna need to be sold on.
It doesn't get me that upset. That doesn't get me upset.
I'm gonna be
I don't know who's going to be at the Wilbur on Friday. He is down to earth. Yes.
well then.
Who's the guy that dances? He's in the corner and he's just dancing. I don't know their names. I just love him.
So
Go ahead.
it's because I think your volume is open. But anyway, the 2 minutes that I watched their show when the glare went on to discuss the Brian thing.
Heavy.
He was talking shit about Jessica, like so much shit about Jessica. And he was like, there was a bitch in the and I feel like I'm gonna need to be sold on that. So everybody's saying that he's wicked nice and that he's level-headed. I didn't see that upon my first time viewing that. So I'm gonna need to be sold. That's all. It's interesting. Everybody's saying so nice. Then what did you do to everybody, Jessica? You got everybody all wrapped up. Okay, bye.
Thickums Thursday. That's what she said. Thickums Thursday. That's it. That one, that comment. That was it. It was so funny. She was like talking to the woman and she's like, all right, should we do business? What did I have to talk about the app? Let me just, what one? The Thickums Thursday one? I did not put that up. Let's do a little bit of business and we're going to end at 12 today. We're going to get an early day.
Yeah, I don't know who this person is, but see, is that not like him usually? I wonder.
So I don't know how else to say it other than it didn't bother me. I don't know why it didn't. Like, I mean, we could figure it out, but I don't know enough. Like I watched that episode with LTL on it or whatever, and the glare ended up coming on, and the glare was getting it back to LTL, and that was like great content. But this was like right in the day or days after the stuff went down or whatever. But like, I don't know. It didn't bother me at all, and I don't know why. I mean, I can't even fabricate that I'm upset by it. It did not bother me. I don't know. I appreciate you getting defensive and protective. I'm convinced that if they met me, they'd like me. Maybe inherently I don't want to be with them. Like maybe that's it. Maybe I'm scared and I don't want to fight with them. I don't know what it is. It didn't bother me. It is what it is. Who has no malicious intentions? Oh.
I want to be on here, but I also don't want to keep talking without anything. How do you make me small? Which one is the small? There. Oh, that looks better. Yeah, see, sorry, I had to put it back on. I'm not saying that I don't like, I don't know. It was just a weird vibes. Like I turned it on and it was just weird. I just don't know if that's how they usually are, but I'm gonna say they're probably not if everybody is defending them and saying that he's awesome and stuff. It was just a weird first couple of minutes to just hear them. You know, my take on that was Jessica, I don't want to say started you started this whole thing, but you kind of like started the whole thing. And then all these boys had their shows after and they were all talking about it and they were all like, blah, 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 blah. And then nobody had Jessica on to like, I don't know. It is what it is. I don't want to make it a bigger thing, but I'll have to give them a second chance. Maybe they'll be at the Wilbur and maybe we'll recognize them in person because remember, that's what Brian was saying. He didn't know who they were or something. So maybe if they're going to be at the Wilbur.
He lied. Brian lied about that. Brian lied.
That's all. I'll have to go give it a watch.
They also remind me of, I know a lot of people wouldn't know this, but there is a rapper from Rhode Island. He goes by Apathy. And I don't know what it is, but if you know who Apathy is, Apathy reminds me of JFK and musically and looks. And I don't know why, but I'm a big Apathy fan.
JFK needs to have Jess on. I'm not against that. Somebody make a call.
Wait, Sarah knows who Apathy is? That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I love Apathy. Anyway. All right, so let's do a little work. I am a little spooked out about talking about COVID because somebody was in the comments earlier and saying like YouTube doesn't love the COVID conversation. But let's bring up the one thing that I did want to talk about earlier this week on my Substack. I released a want to go back. So there's, if you're following any of the in Massachusetts, so we have rest areas across the state, and there is a company, Global Partners, I believe, and they are a Massachusetts-based company. And say TB got demonetized because of it, so we're going to skip over the COVID thing. We're going to have to do something different. I mean, just so you know, like I am one of the 5% of people living in the state who did not get vaccinated. Erin did not get vaccinated. Nobody in my household got vaccinated except my mother. And immediately upon getting her booster, got COVID. And then when she was coming around from COVID 2 weeks after, went to the doctor and found out that she had AFib. And so the only person in my household that is vaccinated had to prematurely retire because of a heart condition. So I have never been vaccinated for COVID. I'm not anti-vax. I believe in vaccination schedules that best fit families. I have used the religious exemption many times for my children so that we could have our own vaccination schedule. And so we're not going to talk about this anymore. Somebody's saying you got to talk in code. All right, no more. Anyway, let's talk about this in Massachusetts. So there was a bid that was put out to run the rest areas in Massachusetts, and Global Partners is a Massachusetts-based company, and they put in a bid, and another company called Applegreen from Ireland, they won the bid. And according to reports, Global Partners actually had come in under bid, and I'm going to try to pull that up on my screen so I can read it, but so they came in under bid. And so Global Partners, pulling like the biggest Jess Machado of all time, was like, we would like public records requests relating to this bid. We want some information about this, because they thought it was pretty incredulous that it went to a company based in Ireland. They came in under the bid from Applegreen or whatever, and they never got their public record request until I believe either the Herald or the Globe put in their request, and they got it all at the same time. So let me just grab the Substack so I can read it. So this week, Global Partners decided to send a letter to the state. And I think what you're going to see here is you're going to learn a little bit more about this whole situation. But Global Partners is based in Waltham. They sent a letter to the Massachusetts Department of Transportation, the Mass DOT, and its board of directors, and they are formally asking them to reconsider this bid process. They're asking for it to be fair, transparent, and unbiased in a rebid. The letter states there is evidence of a conflict of interest, specifically naming the head of the selection committee, Scott Bosworth, and his connection to the Suffolk Construction Company CEO, John Fish. Suffolk is going to be partnering with Applegreen in their thing. Now, there is a rush to get this contract signed, and Global sent this letter, I guess, to kind of pause and stop this before it gets, locked in, so to speak. And then Monica Tibbetts Nutt is the Secretary of Transportation for the state. I believe somebody, I don't know who, tried to ask her about this while she was at an event. Nothing to say. But if you scroll through this letter, which is on my Substack, it talks a little bit about the request to reconsider the approval through the Mass DOT. And it also gives what they believe are examples of evidence of apparent conflicts. And it talks about the connection to Suffolk Construction CEO. And this letter was sent to everybody. It includes all of the receipts, which I love to see. And it's all part of this whole thing. Now, first and foremost, in a time when we have a president who is putting America first, you want to see these jobs and these contracts go to American-based companies. But more than that, why would we not want this to go to a Massachusetts-based company first and foremost? And so there's that. So I started looking into Applegreen, and there's a couple of problems with Applegreen. First of all, they're not just here in Massachusetts. They have taken over the rest areas in New York and in New Jersey. And the New York situation is very interesting. But this rest area, there is a convoluted situation happening here where these rest areas are state property. They're owned by Massachusetts. They're on the Mass Pike. In New York, they're New York properties, but they have a contract with Applegreen to renovate and do all this stuff. Well, in New York, the rest area project was way over budget. And so this article said there'll be no taxpayer bailout for contractors rebuilding and renovating rest stops along the New York State Thruway. And then Senator Jeremy Cooney said, I would say that the door is probably closed until next year if that's an issue. The state budget was seen as the vehicle to deliver a sizable cash infusion necessary to offset cost overruns that contractors have blamed on unprecedented global price escalation and supply chain issues. But the budget passed this week without any funds set aside for that. So this was back in 2023. So just under 2 years ago, you had this exact same company that wants to, or just got awarded this bid by the DOT. Sorry. It's one of the articles I had sent in the thing. And so this company has already done this in New York, and less than 2 years ago came up short. And then went and said, well, we need money to finish this deal. And we are over budget. Well, then what do you do? So this isn't like 10 years ago. This is a year and a half ago. This article was written in May of 2023. So 2 years ago, you've got this exact same company that hasn't been able to fulfill their obligation in New York. And I don't know the result of this, but I will tell you, at least at one point, they were looking for a substantial amount of money, close to $250 million to complete this deal. So did the Mass DOT and its board of directors and anybody who made the decision to pick this company, did they do their research and look around like I did and find that, they don't really have a great success rate? The second thing that I found, and it's caused a big problem, is these service plazas, they get this revamped situation and they bring in new companies. Well, one of the companies they put in is Chick-fil-A, and Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday, which is one of the busiest travel times of the year. So people who were going to these plazas, some of which, by the way, did not have an option. Okay. So in the story in the New York Times, Chick-fil-A is closed on Sunday, and you have somebody, and it tells the story about somebody who was driving all day. They go to stop at a rest area and it just has a Chick-fil-A, and Chick-fil-A is closed. So what we're digging even deeper to this, just so you know, there are some sort of theories that this was in an effort to have Chick-fil-A change and actually open on Sundays and say, well, you're in a contract, you're on these rest areas in New York, you have to open. Well, Chick-fil-A did not budge, by the way. Now, not everyone had an issue, but if you're traveling, your busy days, Saturdays and Sundays, they're putting in things that don't even open. And so that was an issue. Another thing, which I thought is really interesting, in the New Jersey situation on the New Jersey Turnpike, Tesla had 64 superchargers on the New Jersey Turnpike. And when Applegreen got the new contract, Tesla had to remove all of their they had to remove all of their chargers because Applegreen has their own. Tesla is being forced to remove 64 superchargers as stations along the New Jersey Turnpike, as the local authorities have decided to go with another provider. Sound familiar? Elon Musk claimed corruption on the issue. The New Jersey Turnpike is a system of controlled access roads. In 2020, Tesla signed an agreement with the New Jersey Turnpike to build 64 supercharger stalls at 8 stations along the Turnpike. The agreement expired, and instead of renewing it, the authority decided to give an exclusive agreement to Applegreen, which already operates in service areas on the Turnpike. Tesla issued a statement saying that it is disappointed with the situation. And it says, the New Jersey Turnpike Authority has chosen a sole third-party charging provider to serve the New Jersey Turnpike and is not allowing us to co-locate. So not even allowing them to stay and bringing in Applegreens. As a result, the New Jersey Turnpike Authority requested all 64 supercharger stalls on the New Jersey Turnpike to not be renewed and to be decommissioned. We have been preparing for 3 years for this potential outcome by building 116 stalls off the New Jersey Turnpike, ensuring no interruption for our customers. The map below outlines existing placement of superchargers and trip. So, for someone on the outside, it's competitive. It is what it is. But I revert back to, we have a company here. They are based in Massachusetts. Global Partners came in under bid. They have nothing like this in their history, from what I can tell, digging around and looking. And we have, someone or a group of people who made the decision to take this out of Massachusetts and bring in this new company. The other thing too, another story, by the way, they've taken over these New York things and they fired all of those people and then they hire new people. So there are some people that were getting laid off or whatever. Blackstone is the parent or co-company that is working. Blackstone has now this new thing, and they're doing these highway things, and it's just like this little, it's like Monopoly, you know what I mean? Again, I'm all for that, but the lack of transparency with the public records requests, the going outside, I think, at the end of the day, these are the kinds of things that we feel like as voters so far removed from, that we can't do anything about. And I really hate that Global Partners has to fight this or ask for transparency. But until somebody shows me everything in this bidding process, shows me all the emails, shows me why Applegreen seems like a more attractive bid without the drop, show me. We need, and like I've spoken to a couple of people about this, and in my experience, when there are no real issues, you can get a public records request. It's transparent. It's open. Nobody's going to fight you on it. Nobody's going to charge you for it. Every single time that I ask to me, there's something to hide. So the lack of transparency, just to start off, is an issue. Do I think this is an example of global partners like getting mad and saying we didn't win the bid? I don't. I really don't. And so for now, as what I know, I'm going to follow the story. I'm going to share all of the work that I do about the story with you. I think this is a critical, important piece of the bigger picture in Massachusetts. And, I want some extra eyes on that. Funny story. And I'm going to pull it up. I won't be able to pull them up because Erin doesn't have access to my X account. But our friend that some of you may know on Twitter, Auntie Bev's Sidebar and Grill, lives in New York and messaged me and was like, I'm going to be driving on the interstate. You want me to stop and grab some pics? So Auntie Bev's Sidebar and Grill showed up with all the pictures and gave me some actual real-time look at these things. By the way, full self checkout. I'm so over self checkouts. You love it? You don't talk to anybody. There's no interaction. I don't like it. I don't. Why am I doing it? I want to talk. I want to look around. I want to chit chat. I want to make jokes. I don't like it. I feel like there are some places, if you can't tell there's a theme. I'm very nostalgic. I feel like a desperate need to hold on to the past because we're moving at such a fast rate away from that. There's these AI videos of oh, come back to the 80s. We miss you. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, I'm assuming, and I always think when I do think of this, I think about my mother's generation, the baby boomers, and the people before them. And I'm sure they also felt that way about technology, and many of the things that have evolved are better for our life. But has anybody seen WALL-E? How close are we to WALL-E? How close are we to that movie? I'm just asking because I feel we're getting there. We're getting really close. And so I won't be alive for that life, but we're going to get there, right? I think that's what's going to happen. And so I'm desperately trying to bring things backwards. Except here, we need this to be current, but I really don't love it. So anyway, you're going to see a little bit more from me about the Applegreen situation. And I'm sure there's more to learn about it, but I think it's important. I think we have to kind of pay attention to it. So there's that. Do we have any comments or questions on the Applegreen thing?
I don't know. Yes and no. Saying New Jersey is also corrupt. Now it's real reporting. No, there's a lot of back and forth about the self checkout. They love it or hate it.
I hate the self. I do it, but I don't. Why do you love it?
Because I don't like to talk to people. I can run in, I can get 3 things that I need, and I can run out, and I'm done in 10 minutes. I don't have to wait in line. I don't hate it. I will go and I'll wait in line. It's fine, but I just love the option. I literally did it so fast the other day. I wasn't even looking. I was grabbing the things out of the bucket and scanning. I was this is just right. I'm done in 10 seconds.
I don't go to the market on the fly. If I go to the
fucking day after work.
Every day?
Having to go every fucking day after work. I'll either forget something else will run out.
Well, then no wonder you want self checkout.
Yeah, I love that.
I mean, I do my Sunday grocery shopping, and then sometimes I'll do, if I don't get what I need, meat wise or for dinner, I'll do another one. But I go to the market with time. I mean, I'm known to take a couple of hours at the market, lots of time.
Well, I only shop for.
And I talk and I see people.
You have a whole house full of people, so you have. I don't think I would want to self check out your shopping carts though, either. Mine are 5 things a day. You know what I mean? If
right.
You can do that. It's a whole thing. I do not miss that at all. Sunday grocery shopping, I don't miss that at all. So no, I love to go in.
I need baggers.
Yeah,
baggers. And then these bags. I don't want to get into that.
Oh, the Jesus bags. Remember those?
Yeah. All right, what else? As soon as the underbid got passed, I saw something, but it scrolled up. Is that it on that?
Let me just catch up on these last few to see if as soon as I heard underbid is passed, I got questions. As soon as I heard it underbid is passed,
Yeah.
I got questions.
So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in the upcoming weeks, and we're going to see what goes on with that. The only other thing I wanted to bring up is last night or 2 nights ago, there was a debate in Fall River. I think I shared it on my X account. And the mayor, I don't even know. Can I just be honest with you? I don't even know if I want to talk about that.
You don't have to.
I don't know if
You're
I want.
3 shows in and you've started drama with 3 different people. So maybe you don't.
Maybe I don't need to.
Where did that just go? I just saw it pass by somewhere.
Can we do an unboxing and be done by 12 today?
Let's see. Let me go. Let me.
My average listener doesn't listen for more than 40 minutes at a time. You're all doing it on my analytics say that. That's what you do. Yeah. Let's do an unboxing and then we can be done for today. We have 2. You know what's at the bottom of this bag?
No. That's
A parking ticket.
yours.
Yeah, definitely mine. When's this from?
Paid.
Wait, this is from 2021. This must be paid already.
Sure.
Traffic violation for the city of Fall River. 11/2/2021, North Main Street. So this must have been in front of the courthouse. This was a court. This was a court date. Should we look at my court docket? I bet if you look at my court docket, I was at court on 11/2. And this is, I got a ticket. Whatever. We have 2. If you did not see last week's unboxing, it is the most epic moment in YouTube history. You should watch it. Unboxing has been born from me stealing things from locations and having trinkets. And then I said, well, you should all send me trinkets and then we can have trinkets. I was just reading something. This is Patrick Higgins and Associates best sellers sample pack of fresh roasted coffee. This is grind. Can I open this? Yeah. We have coffee here. Wait. Do you sell this? Do Higgins and Associates sell things? Breakfast blend, Peru, Mexico. Cowboy blend, Bali Blue Moon. This one sounds good. 6-bean blend. Thank you. No. Thank you, Patrick. This is from Nancy. I don't want to say last names because I don't know how people are. Is this a stolen trinket? Nobody has sent me things you've stolen. Market Basket, Ben, is my place. I love Market Basket more than anything. What's going on with that, by the way? Wait, there's a pink bow. Jess, Now you never have to worry about ugly crying again. Enjoy these beauties. One has BF embroidered for best friend, and one has sea glass for a coastal feel. All are rescued vintage. Thanks for making us all laugh, Nancy. By the Sea Designs, Cape Ann inspired. In case anyone asks where they came from, what are these? Are these handkerchiefs?
I don't know.
They're handkerchiefs.
Probably hand embroidered. Right? That's what it said.
I don't know if you can see. This one has a J. A pink one? This one has a little BF. It's white. So now no ugly crying. It's very thoughtful, Nancy. What a great unboxing. It's really great. Thank you. It is right up my alley. Thank you, Nancy. And I apologize. I know there are 2 boxes that are here today. They're probably already delivered. It's just they didn't come until today. I love the unboxing. So far, nothing bad has happened. I do get a lot of people that say, you just jinxed it, stressed out. Can't be worse than that guy, Stephen Cody, sending Chinese food to my house. I know Jen Altman was all about that. Okay, can we read are there any super chats or things I'd like to read? You'll have to wear a blazer like Brian and put it in your I hope Brian goes to the event at the Wilbur. It's a card. It's on the card. Erin might be able to put it on camera better than me. That's them. Nope, it's perfect. Yeah. What a great unboxing. It really was. I like that the ticket inadvertently was a show and tell item. It's just, I pay my parking tickets when my license needs to be renewed or my registration needs to be renewed. We don't pay. I'm just not. I don't know what else to say. Stacy, for becoming a member, that means they're a member. Bunny ears now. Okay, thank you, Stacy. Why can't we see you? Not feeling it today? It turned into an Erin and Jessica show.
So this came up earlier.
I was in the Wizard of.
We're talking about Wizard of Oz, right?
What do you mean you were in it?
This person also said me too.
What do you mean?
And then this came up and they said
You totally should. It'd be entire show.
we should be on Jessica or something. So I don't know if they're still in the chat.
Who are these people? And what do you mean you were in
I
it?
don't know. So I had questions. So I started them to come back to
Was it like a play that they were in? We can do a whole Jess Machado show on show tunes if you would like.
So let me check the live chat.
Also, Hamilton is out in theater starting last night. Just an FYI, it's the soundtrack to my life. How does one send the queen some crow things? What? Yeah, we're just sending them straight to my house. We're straight doing it. Yes. Don't show up there. Sometimes at night a car drives by slow and I just wonder if it's someone that saw it on here. My house is outfitted with cameras after the debacle of the 22 Somerset school committee election. So I don't I stopped looking at my Ring camera footage because I was obsessed with it for a while. So then at one point I moved them and we just got birds and we were doing birds. Do you guys know about the bird seed? We're gonna have to resurrect the
Somebody was so mad in these comments like last week or the week before. And they were like, they didn't know what it was, but they were like, I just found your stupid bird seed.
yeah, there's a thread on here about bird seed. So so I'm not a nature girl, as you can obviously tell, but I wouldn't even say I'm an animal person. I'm a dog mom. I don't have cats. Oh, it's a play. Oh, where is it? Is it something I can go see? Or is it before? I like bird watching. I like bird watching, and my first thought was they were munchkins. Like, are they munchkins in the OJ thing? Yeah. I love this bow. I like bird watching, and so I bought these. Oh, I bought bird seed hangers, and it turned into a debacle. And I had them hanging, and then I was catching them on the Ring camera, and I loved it. And there was one person who didn't love it, and it was Jeff Machado. And to continue this, I went and I bought a massive bag of bird seed, massive. And I bought myself a tote to put it in so that I could easily fill the bird feeders. And what ended up happening is the bird seed was all over the place. The birds, it was a menace. My dog Quincy, who's part lab, a robin was trying to get bird seed on the ground from the bird feeder, and Quincy got it and killed it. Like the bird, I still maintain it was, I should be able to feed birds if I want to and solicit them to come from my home. Jeffrey stole the tote of birdseed and I cannot find it anywhere. And it took me a while. I didn't know right away. I went to go refill them and I was like, and then I asked him, where's the bird seed? And he's like, yeah, I took it. And no, I'm not telling you. And it's almost like there was one day where I put in some serious work looking for it. It's in my house and I don't know where it is. I have no idea. Oh, they're turning on you. Hope you're watching.
Let's see. Where did we end up with the member? That was Stacy Q saying thank you to Cheech, new member.
I'm sure I'll see Cheech on Friday. She's my bestie. One of my first besties. Australia is this. This is when Jeffrey was here for Jeff. Love the Double J segment. Only here for Erin's hair. Someone said he's hauled that stuff off. It's not on the property. I looked in the garage. I cannot find it. This show is like a grab bag, and I'm so yeah. I don't know. I know it's supposed to have form and structure, and I just am not good at it. Have these two on your show and set them straight. Okay, I'll invite them. They better bring their proof that I'm a racist. Thank you for becoming a new member, Bunny Ears. You're wrong. She's a decorated woman. Who was I talking about? Should we do these during? I feel like it's distracting, but I don't know what they're referencing.
So is one of those women like a former service person?
Yes. I'm reading the bird comments. It's so funny. I know, it's okay. Someone say it's hidden in plain sight. Should we call Jeff and ask him where the bird seed is right now? Yeah, let's call while he's at the driving range. I know you're busy and you're hitting golf balls. Shine bright like a diamond. Let's call Jeffrey. Also, I have a new phone and I hate it. Just so we're all on the same page. Michelle, thank you. Welcome to this. I didn't put my ears on. Corn? That corn is for squirrels. Birds eat it? Oh.
You guys love Jeffrey, but here we are. Look, too cool for school. Call him again. Call you.
Jeffrey was very, very mean the other day, and he sent me a text message, and it said, "Please forgive me." And I didn't respond. I left it on red. This is something else. This right here. This is something else. I let him on the show, and two calls in a row with no response. I really don't care, except that I want to talk about the bird seed for my besties. Otherwise, I wouldn't even care. I don't care. I never call Jeff during the day. Seedgate. Yeah, I don't really care where Jeff is or what Jeff does. I don't call him. He calls me during the day. I don't call him. Can we be done early today? All right. I want to be done early today. Not early. 9 to 12 is 3 hours. These marathon 4-hour shows are crazy. No Neck Nathan over there. Yes. Oh, I was going to check and see if they commented on their thread where I said, I can't wait to talk about this. Let me check and see. Might be No Neck Baby Clay. Rest in peace, Baby Clay. Closet Baby. That I know all about. It looks like Lindsay Gattani is back on X. Somebody sent it to me. Somebody's saying Lindsay's back on X. I'll put it out there right now. I would love to interview Lindsay Gattani on my show. I know she won't, but if she wants to, I would love to have her. I have a lot of questions for Lindsay Gattani. And the first question I will ask is, how many more restraining orders are you going to get in your lifetime? Love the show today. Say hi to Murphy's mom. I will. I want to know who that person is. Have you tried Tailgate Sports Bar in Dartmouth? No. So I just want to let you know, this week I did some recon work because I would like a space where I can do a live show from. I don't need to do like you have these radio stations that go and they make these people pay for like the radio station to go and do. Now, just so you know, if you're sports, you thought he was at the drive. Best of luck, Jeffrey. Because I can find things out about our government. If I find out anything else, I wish I care. I don't care. I don't care where he is. I just wish he would answer the phone so we could find out where the bird seed is. What was I just saying? Bunny rabbits need sunflower seeds to survive in the winter. Oh, so the bar. So I would like to do a live show 1 hour before kickoff on Sundays at a sports bar with Jeffrey. So full transparency, this little thing we had for football is all in relation to my idea that Jeffrey and I, because we go watch football Sunday anyway, we should do a 1 hour show beforehand. And I don't like it when radio stations go and they charge businesses money I don't need that at all. I was just looking for like a 1 hour space to do it. I was looking at Barrett's in Fall River, the one near the water, because they have that space up top where they can do stuff. I kind of like that. But whatever. But what I did was I started to look at who had the NFL Sunday ticket. And I called every single solitary place I could think of. And a lot of places don't have it. As Jeffrey so kindly reminded me, our games, because we're Super Bowl winners, are often on TV anyway. So I agree. So I think I might do this. We're out on Sundays watching football anyway. Sundays during football season is you can't find me. The only time it ever has an issue is when it's election season. So next year, when we have a gubernatorial election and we have some other big races, your other state races, I usually try to do all of my campaign events early in the morning, and then I'm all football in the afternoon. So I'm looking for a place to kind of do a pregame, I guess, or a tailgate or whatever in the hour or an hour and a half before kickoff. So from 12 to 1, just go do a show, talk about what's coming up, talk about fantasy, and then get right into watching games, and then the besties can come or whatever. I don't know. I want to try in some way to recreate what we had at Dublin Rose. It was the best sports bar to watch a game, and I can't find anything like it. By the way, the only place that has a Sunday ticket is Buffalo Wild Wings. I like the food there, but I don't know if it's like a sense of camaraderie over. I don't know what it's like over there. I think I've watched a game or two. I have no idea what it's like. I'm very picky. It has to have certain things. Has to have a lot of screens because I want to be able to watch my game. It's got to have a good bartender, good apps. They do. Yeah. They've got to have good apps. The food's got to be good. I'm really picky because otherwise I'll just watch it at home. Anyway. But if you guys would do that, by the way, and come out and watch football and do a pregame, yes. Broncos. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not into chains. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I drove by where Dublin Rose was. So Dublin Rose was a sports bar that was adjacent to a hotel. And normally, I guess, you don't really see bars thrive better than the hotels. But what Dublin Rose did was create an environment that was like nothing else. It was not only the best hotel bar, it was the best sports bar around. And there is nothing can compare to it. I don't even know what to say. The hotel sold, and now a Whole Foods is going there, or is it Whole Foods, I think? And I drove by the other day, and it is very hard for my brain to compute that a place where I would be inside and celebrated and had great moments with my husband, with my kids, with my friends, moments of sheer joy, and then fighting with people and drinking and food. I can't believe I can't walk into that space anymore. It doesn't exist. Getting rid of buildings bothers me. My house is old. It was built in 1906. I like old things. Why would you, unless it's dilapidated. I also have a real pet peeve with when people redo their kitchens and they were fine. They were just not like current or aesthetic. I just leave it. Why are you going to spend all that money just for it to look a different way? Is it still functioning? Can you still cook in it? I would never redo my ground round. Like I need a space to set up camp and do football. So I don't know. It's not right. It is, but we'll get the Amazon link ready. I haven't put anything on it, but I'll put this shirt on it, and I'll put the cease and desist t-shirt on it, and that's that. Erin getting her hair. Jess, what was the name of the perfume you showed us at the beginning of the show? I am looking for something. Thanks. It is Hypnotic Poison by Dior. This has like a very unique scent. I know all perfumes are unique. Have you ever smelled this? Like it's highly unique. It's right. It's like, I don't even know if it's vanilla. It's just got this rich scent. Cinnamony, spicy. Yeah. I've worn it forever. Yeah. This one. Thank you, Michelle, for becoming a bunny. When is TB coming on your show? Jess, that he is coming. So we just talked because I do Saturday shows and his son plays football. So he's got to look at his son's football schedule. If he can't do a Saturday, then we will accommodate and do a night. I said he would, yeah. So first of all, I've always wanted to talk to Aiden, and I think it would be a really great conversation, and it won't be like anything I think anybody has ever seen just because of our history. So yes, he is going to come on, but it's just we've got to take a look at schedules, and we will figure it out. I started off this whole thing with a lot of guests, and then I've kind of backed away from that a little bit, and I'm just trying to see what works, what gets the views, and things like that. Not the views, but what people want to see. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have Cash App. I had Cash App years ago and somebody hacked it and I can't get back into it. So I have PayPal and I have Venmo. That's it. Yes, this is from Amazon. So I have this shirt in like a cream and then like a rust color without the collar. And then we were talking, remember I was on the show last week. I was like, are we all going to the Wilburn? Are we all getting glam? People are going. I'm going glam. Why are we not going glam? We're going to the theater. We're going to the Wilbur. I'm jeans and a sexy shirt and heels. That's my thing. So I think everybody should go glam. What are you going to do? You're going to go slumming it, going out for a night and seeing all the besties and all the turtle riders? Why? Why wouldn't you? There's going to be photos taken. Look pretty. And let's all look really pretty. What's everybody doing before and after? Erin wants to know. Erin and I need to get apps before we go because it's going to be a late night. We were saying we were going to have them here. I said maybe we want to go up that way. I don't really know, but I'm taking suggestions. This is a respectable show at 3 hours and 15 minutes. Sorry for the stuff in the beginning. We're getting there. Don't worry. We're getting there. In the beginning, I just stress out. I stress. Well, Jeff had been on my radio show before, and so again, I think Jeff and I, outside of the real world, where there is like life happening, Jeff and I are an absolute riot, and we get along really, really great, and we have a great chemistry, and it is great. Unfortunately, we don't live in this life 24 hours a day. Like I'm a lot to handle, obviously, and Jeff has just got no patience. So real life, like I said, if we were talking about the car insurance or we were talking about bills or how I don't have a real job, that conversation doesn't look anything like the one that you all saw today. But this, we can do this. This may be good for us. Once a month. Football season. Normally, Jeff does not like waking up on Saturdays. I mean, again, now that I found out that he's been going and hitting balls and he has like this thing he's been doing, crazy. It just goes to show, just so you know, I don't care what Jeff does at all. And Jeff does not care what I do.
I've been muted this whole time. I was doing so good.
I don't
Sorry about
care.
that.
I don't, if I'm just going to be honest, like at this point in our marriage, we got married in 2013. Like if this point in our marriage, if I have to worry or care about those things, and I'm not an insecure person, so I don't care. Jeff could be going golfing. I don't, whatever he does, I don't care. If Jeffrey wants to make a mistake, and think that someone else that he sees, meets, or talks to is better than me, has the tolerance for him more so than me, then that is Jeffrey's own funeral, and he will have to deal with that life choice. I don't care. Jeff and I don't have any children together. We don't own any property together. We don't have anything together. Let's call him one more time, and then we're done. Maybe he left the phone in the car.
I'll make sure you took it. It was on the table.
Jeff is also the most forgetful person in the world. I can't even tell you how many times Jeff has lost his wallet. One time he left his wallet on the roof of our car and we drove away.
When
And
we tried to steal it at the comfort zone that time.
what?
When we tried to steal it at the comfort zone.
We tried to steal it from he left his wallet on the roof of the car. We didn't know that at the time. We drove away. We got to where we were going. We did not know where his wallet was when we got there. We returned home and we're driving down the street. And I said, stop the car. And the fucking wallet was in the middle of the road. And I was like, yeah, remember when you put your drink in your wallet? He's more of a challenge than anything else, just so people know.
Put this up here one more time.
Oh, my daughter just sent me her save the dates. Oh, so nice. I'm fully involved in the wedding thing now, just so you know. Now that I know that the financial burden is not on me and it is on my ex-husband, I feel great and I can really get behind this wedding. And I'm very, very
Did she make
excited.
them herself? Does she have like a wedding person
She
do
had
that?
the idea and then she had somebody make it for her. That is the venue where the wedding is.
Oh, what a good idea.
We have always yeah, right?
That's a good
So
idea.
it's a long story, but Julia's dad and I had a timeshare down in Mashpee. And when Ron and I broke up, I couldn't afford the timeshare or paying for it. I was young and we decided to give the timeshare to my mother. And at a minimum, I would still be able to have it and use it, but my mother was responsible for it and she owned it or whatever. So we have been vacationing in Mashpee for 26 years. It's 25 years. And we've only missed like 1 year. And anyway, my daughter insisted on getting married in Mashpee because she is nostalgic for Mashpee and all of the memories associated with going down the Cape. And so I wasn't on board with that because I want to be close to home and I don't like traveling far away. And it sounds like a lot of work and things like that. But I'm embraced it and she's getting married in New Seabury, which is right down the Jackson's Nickel lives in Mash. She's getting married in New Seabury, right down the road. We had a condo at Sea Mist in Mashpee, and New Seabury is right down the road, like Pompanesset or whatever. Anyway, we can go in there our whole lives. And so she wants to get married down there. And I wasn't on board with it, but now I'm on board with it. So Pompanesset, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do these real
Okay.
quick one more time.
One more time. Oh, here's where all the places I am. You know me on X. You're obviously on YouTube. Maybe you're watching this on Substack. That's where all my writing goes. I also write on articles on X. So most of the articles now that I do will show up on X and Substack at the same time. Facebook, we have a Jess Machado show. TikTok, new phone means not 10,000 pictures and screenshots. So I can actually have TikTok on my phone. And so I have it. Instagram. And then there's my email if you have any stories or things that you want to talk to me about. I get a lot of emails. Erin does her best and sends them to me, and I try my best.
Because we were echoing, but said that Jordan's mom owns a sex toy shop in P-Town.
Road trip. All right. So those are all the things. Now let's do my besties again. All of these people, if you like me, you must like them. You must like all of them. All of those people. Christopher's for such yum food. Mike and Brian, who are going to try to get Maura Healey out of office. I'm going to make an announcement on which one of those I'm going to support very soon.
Somebody on your Twitter earlier said they're having a debate tonight.
There's a debate with Mike and Brian
Yep,
tonight.
That's to send it to you after, and it says from Suki Sue,
Yep.
would love for you to cover our Republican gubernatorial event this Wednesday. I thought it said this evening.
Where is it?
This Wednesday in Pembroke.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's
Okay.
on the thread of this. Pledge of Allegiance introduction, candidates, moderator questions, closing remarks. limited seating, email, Duxbury, GOP, Gmail. So that's on one of your phones.
Okay. Someone just got home from major surgery. I hope you're doing better. Major surgery? That's not good. I have to have a surgery and I don't want to have a surgery. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Cue the stuffed animal puzzle pieces because I am, yeah. Mallard Printing, who is our absolute bestie, and make sure that this space is available for us. Amy over at Silva Funeral Home in Taunton. You know, like we should really work on our generation being prepared for, you know, funeral arrangements and things. It doesn't take much to have a conversation and kind of get that going so we don't burden our children with those things. So go see Amy. After Hours Collision and Repair, they are our bestie. It's a female-run business. Stacy Face Travels, who, if anybody is going on vacation, please use her to help you figure out how to do it and where to go. We should do a whole episode on Disney because the price on Disney vacations is absolutely, I can't even get into it. I can't. Cheech, you had your surgery. I will message you. Finally, Nicole Sliney, who is our realtor boss lady, Patrick Higgins, who sent us an unboxing today, and then Powerhouse and attorney Rena Brown. Those are our sponsors who love me enough to sponsor this show and make it possible. And to all of my besties that sent over a donation, I haven't done in a while, like a, what do you call it when you're like drumming up money? Like a, not a, you know what I mean? I haven't asked or talked about that. Occasionally I would do that during like the Karen Reach Out to remind people of it, but I am fully self-sustainable by donations and people who support my work. And without you, it's not possible. So if you like what you see and you'd like to, you know, donate to that financially, use the PayPal or Venmos. Those are the best. If you want to be a sponsor, message Erin at the Jess Machado Show at gmail.com and she will send you over a slide deck of all of the information on how to become an advertiser. And Cheech wants merch.
I was trying to bring up that screenshot. Listen, I tried. No, I'm muted again. If we have any Shopify professionals, experts in the chat, can you send us an email or something? Where's the one that I sent you?
Erin made a great hoodie. It says Jess Machado Show. I need one that says Money After Dark on it. I need a cease and desist t-shirt.
I couldn't get it to, so there's a lot of steps. Like
We'll
to
get
the
there.
Shopify account, and then you have to, I wonder if that's the wrong computer. Anyway,
Like if somebody wants to do it, do it. Like,
and you have to go to like
I'll send you
critical.
$100 and do it.
So I started with it. Listen, we're starting to get there. I just tried like the simplest thing just to see if I could get a product saved and put somewhere. But I figured out my way through the Shopify thing into this Printful thing. I got something on a hoodie, but it's not letting me save this as a product to add. So this is, you know, I started quick. So we're working on it. Just so you know, we're working. Little glimpse, quick. But I don't know how.
I don't know if we'll ever get there, but
so if
maybe
somebody
we'll get
is a
there.
Shopify professional, help me, please. Thank you.
Okay, besties, let's go have a Saturday. I will see some of you at the Wilbur for Turtle Boys show on Friday. I'm excited to see what that looks like and what it's going to be about.
I'm excited to see all these people in real life, I think.
You have never, well, you went to one of the court things.
Yeah,
well, Karen.
Nurse Kim's going to be there. I want to see
Yeah.
her, the clearer man.
Yeah.
Like the people that are in the chats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the time. I'm kind of like excited to see what that's like in real life.
Somebody says Jeff, my husband tees.
T-shirts.
Yeah, that say Jeff's my
If
husband.
he answered the phone, maybe he could get
Yeah.
a t-shirt, but he's not.
Besties, thanks for joining us this Saturday. Thanks to Erin and her great hair for helping facilitate the show. Thanks to my husband, Jeff Machado, for joining us for our football chat. We will be back not on Saturday next week, but stay tuned. We'll figure out what day we're going to do that. If Aiden doesn't do a show next Saturday, I will do a show on Saturday night, just so we're clear. But it's a fluid situation. We'll figure it out. If you're at the Wilbur, I will see you guys on Friday. Erin will be with, and that's it. Have a really, really great week. Bye, besties.